Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. North American stock futures back in positive territory ever so slightly this morning. Pretty muted start to the session, the holiday shortened session. Black Friday edition of Trader TV Live. Thanks for stopping by. We are watching the Dow once again. Got above 30,000 earlier in the week on positive vaccine-related news. Closed above 30,000 for the first time back on Tuesday. We're back below now, seeing a bit of a pullback since then, as we have some question marks surrounding AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine and the efficacy rate. The head of the COVID-19 task force in the U.S. questioning the results that AstraZeneca released earlier in the week. We'll talk about AstraZeneca coming up here. Disney shares also on watch this morning. Relatively unchanged in the pre-market. Not a lot of volume either, but they came out after market back on Wednesday and said they're going to cut 32,000 jobs from their theme park division. We'll talk about Disney. Tesla shares. Wow, what a move already this morning. Back from negative territory into positive territory. We'll have a look at the entire EV space, especially those Chinese names still on watch. And also Palantir making more moves in the pre-market as well. 6% already. It's Friday, November 27th. It's Black Friday 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there we go. Look at Asian markets from the overnight session. You can see pretty mixed showing here. We had both Chinese markets getting back into positive territory after initially trading lower. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up. Same story, mostly positive here. England lower. You can see the Swiss market to the downside. Everything else nicely positive. We'll shift over one more time to North America and have a look at more positivity here. As I mentioned, NASDAQ leading the way to the upside for U.S. markets. TSX futures here in Toronto pointing to a slight advance. Brazil's open trading higher already. We have Bitcoin to the downside. We'll talk about that as well. Crude oil and gold also in negative territory. Going to be an interesting session. Neil is off today. Arun sitting in for Neil. Welcome, Arun. Big move, guys, yesterday in Bitcoin. So we're kind of watching some of those crypto names, the Mara, M-A-R-A, Riot, blockchain. There's a bunch of them all to the downside here this morning. But big tumble yesterday for Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Thank you, Brendan, and welcome Arun, obviously, to the show. Getting a lot of love there on the chat. Arun is in the building finally, guys. So if we ever get robbed, we will get Arun to beat the guy up, right, Arun there?
That's the guy who looks like he just got in a fight.
What's I know. I was going to say the first thing about Fight Club is you don't talk about it, right? So okay. No, welcome to the show. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, our friend Neil taking the day off today. I want to say happy Thanksgiving belated to everybody as well as today. Obviously Black Friday. Get those great deals at Black Friday. And you know what? You can trade some Best Buy. Like if you spend $1,000 at Best Buy, just trade Best Buy, and we'll see about making that money back. But welcome to everybody. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving there. And yeah, it's great to have Valeria, Arun, Brendan, the whole team here, and what's up to Neil having the day off today. So he'll be back on Monday. And also on Monday, I don't want to forget about this because it's a big one for us. We're changing our start time, guys. 8:30 we're going to on Monday. So join us Monday at 8:30. And of course, it's to go over the watch list more, take your questions, things like that. A few different guests coming on board as well. And then today we're also wearing, it's Relaxed Friday. So we'll wear our merch today. You can pick that up on our website as well. A few cool hoodies. We love the hoodies there. But okay, so I'm looking today. We have the watch list out. You guys know that. We actually just got in right now, finally into Palantir. I was just waiting for this 50 break. We get in right now on that 50 break, and we're long 52. It's already at 60. So watch out for this stock up that 10%. And Arun, I know you and I were already talking about Tesla.
Tesla, since I sat down, I was like, maybe this is a great time to buy. It's a little expensive. Yeah, it went up $6 in about half an hour since I sat down. So yeah, that's going to be one of the top movers today. You can already see it happening. It's getting closer and closer to 600. So you know, once it gets into that gravitational field, it's just going to slowly move right there. So that's definitely one we're going to be starting off with. I know Brendan wants to talk about this. So what do you got, Brendan, here?
Yeah, lots to get through, guys, before we get to the open coming up at 9:30, including this is coming up a little bit later on. How to trade sector moves. So we're talking about some of the hot sectors right now. What is in play? Why are they in play? How do we look at an entire group instead of maybe one individual stock? So Valeria will have the link for that coming up a little bit later in the show. Speaking of Miss V, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to her.
Good morning, Brandon, and hello, traders. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, smash the like button, and share the link with your friends. Let's get it started, Brandon.
And also sign up for the watch list, guys. We send it out every single morning. Before we come on, yeah, Sean mentioned it, starting Monday, going to be at 8:30. So we're all going to get here a little bit earlier, do a whole bunch of work for you before we come on at 8:30, and then we'll have that watch list out and in your inbox before we do so. We talk about all the stocks that are moving around in the pre-market, touch on a little bit on why, some of the news related to it, and then we'll touch on how we're going to approach trading them between 8:30, starting Monday, to 9:30. So the first one today, guys, on the watch list, yeah, Tesla, big move to the upside here. It did initially gap down after the U.S. Auto Safety Agency came out and said they're going to conduct a probe into nearly 115,000 of the company's vehicles. This ranges from the Model 3 to the Model X, the Model S included in that. I was reading it's 2017 to late 2019 models, 115,000 cars being investigated for potential issues with the front suspension here, guys.
Yeah, so something's being investigated with Tesla, and we're up that 1.37%. Arun and I touched on this just a little bit, how crazy this has been here, even just today. And again, look, I think it's just Tesla's just going to continue to be FOMO and fear of missing out. People that aren't in are going to continue to try to pile in to Tesla. And I just think we got to watch the NASDAQ. This is that move that's headed its way upside. Arun's a big futures guy here, and the NASDAQ move was decent, breaking through 12,200 there at the bottom, and you saw Tesla go upside as well. You have VU up at 580, some levels from, what day is it today? Friday? So some levels from Wednesday, 575, held that level a couple times, bounced a little bit off 575 there, broke it, goes to 576 only, and we were in a pretty tight range. So I would say if you do take the long here on Tesla, let's hold it backside until about 575 and change, and then if it breaks that, then we can start heading lower. But I really think there's more upside here on all of these names. So I'm looking for actually just a break of the top, 585, all-time highs right now for Tesla. We're going to look to break this one through 585, but you got to watch out for the futures. This stock will follow the NASDAQ.
Yeah, you know, for me, Tesla's already pushing the edges of what I would like to trade in terms of price range, how expensive a stock could be. I will look at it. I actually do have an order out there. 585 break, yeah, that's a quick scalp move. But for me, I'm actually going to wait for it to come down into this 576 area. I've got a bid down in the 576s and with 572 as a stop. So again, I'm not going to put too much on the line for this. I do want my prices. I don't want to chase this. But if you want to scalp it, you got to move faster and quicker. I'm not that fast with my reads, so I tend to just wait for the pullback, catch it where at the price ranges that I like, and then if we can get a bounce, great. If not, I lose I give up $4 on the trade. That's my read. 576 to the 572 on the stop there.
All right, guys, let's talk about Palantir here. Another day, another move to the upside. Eighth straight day. Had to go back and count that, but number 8 in a row to the upside for Palantir. There's no additional news here as far as the company is concerned, but this is pretty impressive. Again, it was 6% when I sat down. We're now nearing 10% on volume again. Sean, what do we do with Palantir?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this has been a big stock and a big win for a lot of us. It's actually been the cash cow. Someone said that Sean was looking real happy today because he comes in and sees what's happening to his long account. And yeah, look, Palantir has been really nice, but another 7.5%. This just seems, and I talked about it the last couple of days, how overheated I felt this stock has been. And yeah, it is. It's overheated for sure. I think it's up too much, too fast. But as far as a day trade, I mean, how can you really go long? How can you go wrong with some of the longs that we've been seeing? Look, this is the other thing I want to tell you guys. Right now, Palantir is coming down a little bit, but look what happens to this stock on on Wednesday. I keep saying Monday. It feels like it's Monday right now. 23.70. Like, look at this move it has on the downside right off the open. So 24. Like, remember on Wednesday it was $24, guys. We were long 23. So look where it's at now, $31. Last trading day, it opened 24. This is what I'm talking about it being a little overheated. Look at this drop, 24.50 all the way down to 23.50. So that's $1 drop right off the open. It's something similar to what we're seeing right now. You got to let this thing settle down and then find some levels to go long off of, which brings me to what we're looking at right now today. You have this 30.50 level again today. So we went really, really small there. We're never going long, hard anything in the pre-market anymore, especially with what happened to NEO on Friday, where we had a monster long that we got wicked out of at the beginning. So right there, I'm going to look at this break, 31.21 on the upside again, or if we can hold this 30.50, I like that as a bottom. We got some orders in there already, so we're going to wait to see. But this 31.20, guys, had some little bit of a bump up right there, a stop and go at the VWAP there at 31.20, and then again right there, 31.20. So I like 31.20. We'll average in a little more long there, or take it downside at 30.50.
You know, when a stock moves this quickly, for me, I try to stay away from it. In terms of picking levels, I would like to dedicate a level somewhere below, but given how it's moving, I don't know if I can actually choose a level down below. So the one I do have is 32, which is the location that we've bounced twice now in the overnight session. So if we can break that to the upside, I think we can get a day trade going on here. So 32 long, wherever it bounces from, that's going to be my stop point. Right now it's at 32.15, 31.15. I know Sean's looking for some longs down here. I'm going to wait for the 32 to go, and wherever it bounces from, looks like if it bounces off the 31s, that's going to be the stop that I'll use when the 32 goes.
All right, let's go to Disney next. Not very active in the pre-market or moving around a heck of a lot, but worth mentioning here, guys, because this is going to be the first time the market will have an opportunity to react to this news that came out after market back on Wednesday. They announced 32,000 jobs going to be cut from their theme park division as the company continues to struggle to deal with lower demand in the theme park division because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The spokesperson for Disney did come out and say that they had announced 28,000 job cuts back in September. This is including that 28,000 number, so an additional 4,000 on top of that, but still a big number here.
Someone in the chat just said they laid off Mickey Mouse. They didn't lay off Mickey Mouse. He's not going anywhere, guys. Just wait on Disney here. Like, there's not even anything Disney on this imbalance locator. There it goes. NASDAQ right now bumping there. I don't know if there was some news there or not, but NASDAQ just bumped a little bit, taking out the high. Okay, so there's nothing on here. There's Palantir with a 2 million buy. So there's that. We also just got longer in Palantir as well off 51.20 break. You're seeing what it's doing right now. Or sorry, 31.20. We're long again there on that break. We took our own advice there and get more shares. Okay, Disney 148. This is what the pre-market looks like. Nothing back and forth and around. We closed on Wednesday right here at 149. I think 149 is a decent spot. You did have this high right here in the aftermarket at about 1 o'clock of 149.26. This is going to go with the market. I don't think these layoffs. Look, Disney's already cut dividend. They've already done that twice in a row. They've been prudent by saving some of their cash. This is just another one of those moves, man. Disney remains long and strong in my portfolio. There's no way I'm dumping this stock. I just think on a rebuild of the economy and this vaccine news, Disney just keeps going higher. You could short it, just because it's been up so much. 148.50, that's right where we're at right now. You do have a bottom, 147.25. If you're going to go long like I am today, you can use Wednesday's bottom. There goes Palantir, by the way. Good little trade, getting longer on that one. 147.25 down here as a bottom for Disney. We're going to look to see if it can take that up, but I don't think this is horrible news. Look, and if the S&P starts crashing, we'll go over to Disney and we'll hammer that. But if the market's going to go upside, then I like Disney for a break right now, 149.25. I'm putting the order in as we speak.
Yeah, for me, Disney, I'm looking at this going, what are the possible scenarios here? Yeah, if we break down through the 50s, the 48.50s, then we run into something at 48. If we break 48, we run into something at 147.50. So it seems like every 50 cents, there seems to be some pocket of volume. So when I start to see that, I try to stay away from the stock because there's only limited movement available in this type of a breakout. So even to the upside, if we break 149.50, run into 50 and then 50 half and then 51. So you see 50 here, 50 half here, 51 here, all the way up. So for me, this is a no-go. I'm just going to move this off my list and I'll focus on something else. There's a lot to look at, so let's look at something else.
Yeah, let's go to vaccine-related news, guys. We're talking about AstraZeneca trading lower over in Europe today and also in the pre-market here in North America. We're talking about AstraZeneca back on Wednesday. If you remember, they came out with their efficacy data on their vaccine for COVID-19 that was a little bit questionable. We've had multiple people, including the head of the COVID-19 task force in the U.S., questioning the data surrounding this trial for AstraZeneca. So lower for AZN this morning. They did come out and say they're going to conduct an additional trial. Global trial was the language they actually use for this drug once it gets going.
So I dumped my AstraZeneca shares a couple days ago when I didn't like that report that came out when they released their numbers. Sure, their efficacy and everything is jamming and they seem to be pretty good. I don't know why this isn't loading up past September 23rd here. But look what's happened, man. Look, you can look at Pfizer. Moderna's really the only stock that's really been ramped up so much. BioNTech as well. But some of these stocks with the virus just continue to go down. The Palantir now back into the money for us. But 51.64 now, not a good level, man. This 50 could break. I don't want to have anything. I'm sorry that I don't know why this isn't loading. Let me give you another little bit of a longer here. I'll give you another platform here. E-signal chart, 50 downside. This is the kind of levels that we're looking at, man. We've held this 51 here, Arun, a couple times. If we break below that 51, I don't think 50 is impossible to hit today. So I'm looking at this 51 level. When you have negative news and you're in this industry, guys, it's not a good thing because what a lot of these investors do, and maybe it's not true of AstraZeneca because they have so many more pipelines out there than just this simple vaccine. But AstraZeneca is going to get hit. Investors come into this name expecting some returns. They want to hit home runs here. AstraZeneca does have a dividend, which is why we are invested in it. But right now, I think it's a little uninvestable until we get that okay on what these reports are exactly. Why are they looking into them? What is the problem with their study? If you can find out more about that, then I think we could have a better answer. But honestly, this is not my field. I don't know. I don't think it's anybody's field, really. I don't know anything about the FDA and what's happening with AstraZeneca. But when there's this kind of bad news, they kind of say, Arun, when there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm going to stay away from longs on AZN. I don't know if you had any ideas.
Yeah, for me, I am going to stay away from AZN. I thought maybe 52. If the 52 breaks to the upside, we have some movement. We really don't, because then we run into this gap from the last trading session. And I do not like trading right into gaps because gaps become unknowns, and unknowns are they can change the game really quickly. So for me, the 52 break was an option, but because of the gap, I'm going to say no. And it's hilarious because I thought AstraZeneca, when Moderna and Pfizer were coming out going 90, 94.5, 95% efficient or efficacy, and AstraZeneca came out 90%. I was like, okay, they're not playing the game; they're actually doing it properly. And then we start to hear all this nonsense. Yeah, I'm definitely staying away from this one there.
And there's the other side of that coin as well. I think that's a great point Arun just made in the sense that if the other ones making a vaccine are coming out at 90, 95 plus, and then you show up with 70%, there's obviously going to be some question marks surrounding that. Let's go to the EV space next. I put NEO as the actual stock that we're looking at this morning, but we can have a look at all of the Chinese makers, for the most part, showing some relative strength this morning. Back on Wednesday, remember the Chinese government said they were launching an investigation into certain projects within this sector, and that investigation could end up being expanded to include more companies. So NEO a little bit stronger than the rest this morning, but there's XPEV, there's Li Auto, and KNDI again today, guys.
It'd be, candy, it makes you dandy there. Look, I'm really happy with Macy's being up here. We'll have to look at that in a minute. But here's NEO. It's not a huge imbalance. Remember, this is still Black Friday, guys. After Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to everybody as well, belated. And I hope you're recovering nicely from those big meals maybe yesterday that you've had and your family and friends. Hopefully it was a good one. Although with COVID, I know that's a little restricted here. NEO, look, 1%. We know that can go a hell of a lot more than that. There is here on the buy side. Still Cody here. Hopefully we'll get to that and work in Palantir. But I like this break again, man. I just think this is kind of all the same. Once you break these pre-market highs, it tends to want to go. So that happened to us on Thursday. Today's Friday. On Wednesday, again, I'm going to keep screening that up, guys. The bottom right here was 49. We did break that. Again, the market opens up right here, and we're already above that pre-market high, and then there's the go spot. This is where we actually started loading up. So I think that there can be a very, very similar pattern happening right here. The bottom's 54. It's already gone and broke that. So I think the next level is really this 54.50. If it breaks there, then we take out this top of 54.65. I'm only going to be looking long today on these electric vehicles. We saw what Tesla's up. This is up that 1%. You do have that big buy imbalance. If we do get caught, though, which we probably will, at some point, we got to look at some of these dropping spots here, 53.70 or so. That's where we had some bunched up action in the pre-market and aftermarket on Wednesday. So I like NEO to the long side. We're going to go over a few more names. Anything on NEO, or do you like XPEV or Lee or anything?
Well, I took a look at NEO. I think if we get above 54.50, we really do have a chance to start moving up. I don't think it's going to be that big of an explosion. Well, that's just the way I'm looking at it. It's like 56 is the area I think if we can clear, we can really get going. I do see around the 55 area, there's some congestion. So the 54.50 break, if we can get a break, settle in, good risk reward, then I'll take the shot on the long side. But I don't think I'm just going to jump right into the break initially.
So before we go back to Brendan quickly, I just want to talk about one more name because it's a name that we always seem to be trading on here and can get big winners. It's XPEV. XPeng right now, a new IPO into this environment. I love this place right here, 66.50. This one, guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to go long if it breaks through 66.50. We'll take out the stick, bang. Hopefully we'll give some thumbs up if we do break above 66.50. Small tester here at 66 maybe, but I love this level of 66.50 where we had some issues back on Wednesday. I mean, look, I'm still short. I have those puts. They're worth nothing. Well, they're worth something now, but we're going to wait till they expire next week with their $45 puts. I don't think that's going to come in. XPeng's been going parabolic. Where's my water? As I'm going to make myself drink today. Oh yeah, Arun, the drinking word is parabolic. So if you ever, I know you have your water bottle there. Yeah, let's show our water bottles, Arun. Let's get that going. So Hydration Nation right here is in the building with Arun, strong and large right now. Look at Palantir, guys. We're back in the money, 30 cents right now as it's going to day's high once again. You cannot stop this stock.
All right, guys, we'll continue along here. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome, guys. Lots of people joining us this morning, just coming in as well. So great to see. Welcome. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, guys, before we get going on to the next one here. If you're wondering what we're talking about, this is the Morning Movers email that we send out every single morning. Comes right to your inbox, highlights all the stocks that are moving around in the pre-market and why. We even include our last little educational video at the bottom there if you need something to watch before we get going in the pre-market. So Valeria will help you out if you want to jump on board and grab that absolutely free for you. That's Morning Movers email. Let's continue along here. We talked about NEO. So Slack Technologies is going to be the next one. It was pretty late in the morning on Wednesday. The news came out that Salesforce CRM was in late stage discussions to acquire Slack, to a point where both sides on this case did come out and confirm that this is true, and even said that deal could be announced as soon as maybe even next week. Slack does report earnings on the 9th, December 9th, so some people saying that could be the day that they announce this.
No email today. Yeah, the email should have came today, guys, and that's what everyone's talking about. It is our watchlist.tradertv.live. I did want to give a big shout out to What's Up Jarhead. I see you, buddy. I see you, Daryl, and I see you, Mr. Wheelie Man. Thank you for the Hydration Nation love, and we're going to keep it strong on that. And Shob, the doctor, he's a guy also all about that. Thank you, Manny D. Here's some Black Friday money. Thank you so much for that. We're going to go and buy some earbuds or something. I don't know. Afterwards, Palantir, we're going to get out of a little bit now. 10 cents in the money. Okay, I didn't even remember what stock we were talking about. Slack, duh. Work. Okay, so work here. So the big thing I want to point it to everyone out about work here is this. You can see there's a 2.27 million share sell imbalance. So if you're looking and wondering why is this stock down a little bit today, I think a lot of it could be to do with this. Brendan just talked about the deal and the deal date coming, through CRM. So we're going to wait to see. 38.50 is a key level, man. We bounced up there a couple times. This is that actionable level down here, though, 36, where we bounced around a couple times off of that news on Wednesday with CRM buying them. So you can look at work, and I don't know. I'm probably not going to trade this one unless we get something on the wires about a closing date or something like that. You could see CRM. Let's go, Palantir again. You can see what CRM did. I said this was a great buy down here. I love Salesforce. I'd rather be in Twilio. We just took some off of Palantir. But watch out for CRM, I think this is a good opportunity to buy them rather than work. So I like this 255 break, but it has to be news dependent. If you're with me on Palantir here, guys, this is what we've just done. And the funny thing is, we talked about taking this 3120 there. And if you guys are just watching this right now, we were stuck a little bit there off a small break in the AM. We take a 3120 and then get some out there again when we get back to that 50 level. So a decent out. But look at this one, whipping and rocking around. Any opinions on work there, Arun?
Yeah, you know, the edges that I'm setting for work are 41 on the top end, 36.50 on the bottom. Anything in between, I won't be trading. I think there's an option to get some shorts around the 40 if it gets back up there and kind of slows off a little bit. But if it comes down towards the 37.50, again, there's some options to get some longs depending on the setup. But anything inside that doesn't meet either one of those criteria, I won't be trading it. There's a lot of activity around the 40, and there seems to be a lot of activity down towards the 37s as well. So just keep an eye on that area, and if you can get a setup, then go for it then. But right now, I'm not looking at that as a trade that's going to be immediate.
It's going to rely, I think, heavily on the fact that some sort of number comes out. Like, it might not even move until we get some sort of number, like a price number that CRM is going to pay. So if you get a price that comes out on the newswire, the stock will probably immediately go to whatever that price is. Arun, I'll come right back to you here. We'll have a look at the overall market, check out what we need to be aware of as far as the futures are concerned. Worth mentioning at this point as well, it's a short session today.
It is a short session today. Let me just change this chart to a 24-hour chart. It is a 24-hour chart. Okay, so the 15-minute chart I've got up. You see that from the last full trading session, the top end was 55, the bottom is 15. I was looking around that 20 area. It kind of flexed a little bit, went down to 15. So 55 and 15 are the two areas that I'm looking, or the two edges that I'm going to set. So we'll just set that one right there, 55. We'll set the 15 down, and you'll see that we're just pretty much trading inside of this range from a day where we had full volume. And, you know, on a half day, we're not going to have that kind of full volume. So anything in between is going to be a range trade. You need to set the, I guess, you find where the volume is going to settle in a little bit, find some selling, risk-reward ratios, all of that stuff comes into play. I think if we can get a short around 45, risk about 10 points, I think we have a chance here. And then again, 25 going down to 15. So it seems like I'm going to be risking no more than 10 points on a trade, on a trade that's inside the range. But if we get the breakout, of course, there's an option for it to extend. But on a quiet day like today, where the majority of floor brokers have already handed off their, I guess, stations to their junior traders, highly unlikely we get explosive volume. Maybe near the open, we might get some spike in volume, and towards the close, we'll get a spike. But do I expect a breakout? No. But would I like one? Yes, because that'll just open up the trading a little bit more than what this kind of range trade would be. And we'll just go back to Brendan at the big screen there.
Yeah, going to be an interesting one as far as how long we see that kind of volume sustained throughout the morning. Keep in mind, guys, starting Monday, join us at 8:30. Set your alarm for a half an hour early. We're going to start at 8:30 instead of 9 a.m. Eastern. Going to have special guests coming through. We're going to have all kinds of new content to offer you. An hour of pre-market show starting at 8:30 on Monday. SC Works. The only thing I can find on this online, a lot of people were confused that this is actually Slack technology, which is work. So a WORX higher this morning, potentially on the fact that a lot of people seem to think it's work, which is obviously not the case. But just watching 275 at the top, which was that kind of wick to the upside. And then you got to look at kind of 310, 320 for WORX. Guys.
You know, it's hilarious to see. This is the second time that's happened where it's a misunderstanding of the situation, because Zoom exactly fell into that same trap there, where people thought one stock was, you know, another stock, and both stocks just went up. So here we are again, if that's actually the case, to see it happen again. So clearly people do not learn from the first time around. So we'll see how this one plays out. But again, keep an eye on both stocks, just because one is moving the other one at this point.
Guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, do everything. And don't worry, we are not having a panic attack here. Robbie's going to figure out what's going on with these lights. If you see some flickering behind us, we're all good and everything's all good here. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. If it's your first time, we do have a watch list that we've been going over right now. And I'll just show it to you on the screen right here if we can quickly. Watchlist.tradertv.live. Everything, Tesla, Palantir, Disney. Forget it. You guys can get it. Let's go over some stocks here. NIO, we got this order ready to rock and roll. NEO, we're going to take out the high here if we can get get it. Move this over here. It's almost less than a minute to go here on the open, but 54.60, I think that's going to be coming into play for sure on NIO. PLTR, we're going to have that one. Less than a minute right now, guys. Who's on the bell? 31 and change to the upside right here. We're going to look at that as a trade. I will take the upside break on Palantir, so watch out for that one as well. And a new trade that I like, actually, AMD, man. All these video game consoles right now, Xbox, PlayStation, Nvidia going crazy, AMD. Get those chips that are in these machines, guys. You can go long on Sony or Microsoft as well. Big time coming through here. We're going to look to get Palantir. Watch out for 30.50 level, Arun, on that stock, guys.
Yeah, you know, a couple that I'm also keeping an eye on. Baba. I've got Baba here. What's the level I've got for Baba? It's 80 on the top end. If we can break 280 on the top end and 278.75 on the bottom end. Sean, you want to count us down there?
There it is, guys. We're a little late on that one. We've got 6 seconds left to go now. Neo just breaks the top, though. We actually don't even get into that. 3, 2, 1, hit the bell. We are now long and strong and ready to rock and roll. Neo does take out the top there. We do take Neo long. Big time trade here, 54.74. Let's see where it can get out this time. We're not going to get wicked out before open again, are we, guys?
All right, I've got long in Netflix as we break 287. The stop on that is 285. $2 risk on Netflix. I've got 287.10 is my stop. It doesn't look like it's fully open yet. Oh, no, it is open. There's just a decent spread. It's about 50 cents or so at the moment. 285 and change. And DKNG as well, Donkey Kong, as Sean likes to call it. DKNG.
Yes, we do.
As I pull up the chart for this, Sean, you got anything while I pull up these charts?
Yeah, so right now we have Neo long. We took some out on the upside. It seems like what's happening again is happening again here. I don't know why we just took some out there, but we're still long on NIO going to the upside here. Watching out for that one. Palantir looking, we missed the long. Our order goes out long, but we miss it. So Palantir right back to the upside. It's open and it's staying high. So let's wait on this one. Palantir still long 31.30, guys. Breaking through 32. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Netflix now taking off here. I've got that 487.10. We're up 50 cents already on this stock, but the spread is insane. It's about 45 cents on the spread. First target, 490. That's
Holy
where I'm looking.
shit.
That's the first. What's up, Sean?
Sorry, Palantir, guys, just went crazy. Like, how did I miss all of these orders? We are going hard on Palantir, but we missed these longs. We missed the break at 31.70. We missed the break at 32. It's going parabolic. It's Superman time. If you have Palantir in your account, guys, this is 32.50 and going nuts. We got a home run again on end of the IO. Boom! We're long on that one. 2 for 2, baby. Palantir, $1.50 in the money, and NIO, 50 cents in the money. Let's just keep this party going, Arun.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Sean, on Palantir, PLTR. I've got 32.04. That's 50 cents in the money. Now I got to pull this chart over and see what's going on. I got to take some profit here. Are you taking profit at any point there right now?
Yeah, I'm already out. I took a little bit out. I have small left. It's actually a third left of our initial position. I'm so upset still that we missed this break because we gave that right to you. So we're going to hit a belly dance here as Palantir going off right now. Forget about Palantir, guys. We had a monster winner on NIO. That was a big trade to the upside. Took some out at 55.25. Where's my XPEV? How come that's not going yet?
Yeah, I'm just trying to set the stop here on Palantir here. I'm going to use that bottom. Like I said, I'm going to use that bottom that after we get the break, the bottom where we bounce, 30, just under 30.90. So 30.90 is going to be the stop. I think the edge is actually 30.95. But I'm going to use 30.90 as a stop. And you know what? I'm not like Sean. I don't get out right away. I'm not going to take any profit.
Say, bro?
Nothing, man. I'm just going to let this one ride because technically I think we have a chance to actually let this one go. I may have to ride this one out a little bit, though. But, you know, for now, we're just going to let this one go and set the stop. What do you got, Brendan?
We saw this one on the imbalance locator, guys. COTY, the beauty company, 7% downside. Big time volume on the sell side. Very thinly traded as well, so tread lightly, but not seeing anything in the way of headlines. This one also has had quite a run of late, but COTY, very weak, guys.
Okay, XPEV, we're into XPEV right now, guys. This may have been a little too, I don't know, we're in it long, 66.54. Takes him out in the 60s there. This may be a little high. We already saw Neo run up. I may be caught here, just wondering about this level on XPeng. We'll take some out again, bang. We're taking winners. Like I say, I'm wondering about them, but let's just keep the cash cow going as we go long. Everything electrical right now. We are long 54s and taking out a little bit here at 60. Let's see how high XPeng wants to go, guys. We got $1 in the money on Palantir. Thank you for the love on the chat. I'm glad that we can make you laugh a little bit every every single day because this is serious money. That's why we're getting excited here. We put the money for you live. These are real trades, man, as we go. $1.20 now for Palantir. We're loving this one. Neo, 55 cents in the money as well, and that's still ripping to the high side. Let's just watch our XPEV. Now 25, 30 cents, 40 cents in the money on XPEV. Unplug your electric vehicles. What's up, B?
One kind of lagging so far, guys. Fisker downside here, almost 8% in negative territory for FSR. So the rest of the group kind of running higher. This one definitely lagging. No news on Fisker, guys.
All right.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just update I've got the same position, Sean. Well, he's actually got better prices. I've got 32.04 on the break. We're up 60 cents on Palantir. What do we got on Netflix? Netflix, I've got 47.10. That's about 40 cents at the moment. We're going to let this one go. Again, first target is around 4.90. So let that one go. And DKNG, remember I picked this one up around 51.50. This came all the way back below. It was going to be below 51 even. It looks like there's a quick flush underneath. So I'm just going to set the stop at 50.70, which is the current low that we just bounced off of. So 3 trades, 3 longs. Let this one go. And looks like the market, let's just quickly look over at the market as well. It does look like the market might be coming off here a little bit around this 40 mark. So if we actually come back down to the 25 area, remember that's where I'm looking for longs. If we can get into the 45s, that's where I'm looking for some, shorts up there in the 45 and longs below in the 25s there. And it does look like the market's moving these stocks around. There's quite a lot of flexibility, let's just say.
Oh, hells yeah.
As Netflix comes off a little bit now. What's up, Sean?
Yeah,
And there goes Greg.
We're feeling like Superman. We're feeling like Superman right here. Quickly, guys. XPEV, $1.27 in the money on XPEV. Brendan, $2.25 in the money on Palantir, and 70 cents in the money on Neo. It is just one of those days. It is let me hold on. I got to find it. It's a bang kind of day. What up, B?
And then DM, another one going here, guys. 17% to the upside. Also in the EV space, if you remember on the 3D printing side of things, they actually had quite a large offering they announced in the pre-market here. $100 million on the offering, but no one seems to care for NNDM either, guys.
Hells to the no. I'm going to follow us on Twitter, guys. XPEV, look at this long. We're going to put that right there. And I gave these, the thing is, if you're joining us now for the first time, I'm Sean Katina, that's Arun, we got Brendan, we got Valeria, we got Rob, my friend Neil out there crushing the Black Friday shopping, but I kind of feel bad for him because this market is hot fire, and we're going to continue to do some backflips as XPEV. We give this to you guys early. Here's a $3 winner. Let's put that in our pipes and continue to smoke that one. Palantir to the upside as well, man. I'm going to get out of this one, 32.80 if it does break back to the downside, but I'm with you, Arun. Let's let this sucker ride. I never thought we'd have a $3 winner on this name today.
Yeah, the only trade that I've got 2 longs here, right? I've got that DKNG long around 51.50. That's up 12 cents in the money now here. 51.50 is coming back after getting below 51 even. And of course, we got Palantir on fire. The one trade, the other long that I had that I was letting go, that Netflix, yeah, that came back through 485. So we moved out of that one. That's a $2 hit, and we'll just move on to the next trade. What do you got, Brendan?
Early weakness quickly reversed here on work, guys. Slack Technologies back above 39. So we had a bit of a sell imbalance. We saw that come through down through 37.50, but back above 39 here on a volume spike for work once again, guys.
All right, there you go. We're out of Palantir and happy about it. 32.70 out. Bang! Sometimes it's about the money that you save when you get out of those trades. We'll see if it comes back in. You can reload if you don't like that out right now. 32.50. It's going to go again most likely as Palantir upside 12.5%. Wow. We take out some of our XPeng at the high as well. 68 and changed right there. Wow, big trade there as well. And then our Neo, this time we hold. We got it up here. We're not letting that happen to us again. We saw what happened. We have very, very small left on Neo as it's coming back down. Our out's going to be VWAP 54.80, but here it comes.
Yeah, Palantir, I've actually take some out here around the 60 mark. It is starting to stall here a little bit around this 32.50 area. So you know what? Why not take 50 cents away? I got 55 cents to be exact here. So we'll take some profit here. And if it keeps on going, then you can just get back in like Sean said. So at this point, when I start to see some hesitation around this 32.50 a couple times, yeah, we got something to watch. We got an area to watch. So this is a 5-minute chart. Now that I've gotten in on the 15, I've moved down to the 5-minute chart, and we're just managing the trade now using the 5-minute chart. And of course, 32.50 seems like it's hesitating. So why not take some profit here? And DKNG, it is flirting back down. Well, I mean, it bounced back towards that 30 of a 51.50, and now it's coming back into that 51 even area. This is the area that I was looking for some support. If we cannot hold this, then I'm going to have to cut this trade and walk away from it because it's not doing what I want it to do. So why not? I'll give it some more time, see what they want to do inside this 5150 through 5125 area. If I don't like what I see, move on to another trade.
Okay, I'm going to try to sell some shares here. Palantir, guys, is just absolutely nuts right here. You guys know, and some people are just joking about retiring on Palantir, but I mean, we're long sub 10 on this stock, and just based on what it's doing today, not a horrible idea to maybe think about getting some out right now on Palantir if you're in this name. It's just been going nuts today, and it will continue hopefully to the high side here of 33.50. We're going to see if that one comes into play at some point. Looks like it will, but there it goes. We could take some out at 33 in our personal account. We got to wait until the show's over. We don't want to be trading back and forth on getting anything on that. DraftKings was a good one. You did talk about that. I did want to go back over to Tesla. We haven't looked at that yet today.
It's broken that to 585 that you were looking at there. If you want to grab into that now.
Yeah, that's actually. The thing is, I feel like, Arun, that it broke all these levels. We saw what XPeng did. We saw what NIO did. And now some of those names are coming back. So I am a little bit nervous right now about Tesla. And there we go. We are now flat and absolutely destroyed. We've already hit our goal. We're going to hit Hydration Nation, guys. Hit some water up right now. Let's stay hydrated, and let's make sure we can find these winners. We go 3 for 3. NIO, bang! Huge win there. Palantir, the rest is history. Let's not even talk about that. Everyone's already celebrating that one. And then XPeng, guys, probably my biggest one. I actually made more money on NIO because we did miss that monster long on Palantir, guys. We just had it at the bottom, but it wasn't enough shares. We missed all of these levels. I wanted 31.70 hard. We wanted 32 hard, but we missed both them.
Yeah, now that we've gone through this, on the 5 minute, it looks like we've gone through it for now. I've trailed the stop now. Whatever the low of the 5 minute, which seems to be around 30, I'm going to put this trailing stop there. If it gets below there, I want no part of this. That means that kind of just verifies this 32.50 area. We should not come back through here again if we are really strong enough to keep on going. So if we get back below here, I'm just going to get rid of the rest of it. That'll lock in about 25 cents or so. We've already got 55 in the first half. I'll lock in another 25 cents in the second half and keep on going. Another stock that I was looking at earlier, and if we broke out through 278.50 on Facebook, I was like, okay, there's a chance at a long. It came right off. It is off $3 now from that area. It never broke it, so I never went long. Good thing on there. But if we get into this 274 now, we really have a chance to kind of catch a bid here all the way down to 273. What's up, Brendan?
The SPAC craze continuing, guys. Multiple different ones doing significant volume once again today. This one we talked about back on Wednesday, if you remember. NBAC down big time today, but popping back up towards this 18 level that it was trying to hold in the pre-market. I'll flip over to another one here. Pivotal, PIC, another SPAC popping up on a volume scanner today through 1450 there. We're in recent high territory for that one as well.
Okay, just so you guys know, we're already doing it again. Hit a little hot dog for you, Lori, right here on AMD. We take that long at 80, we get out at 87, and now we go another winner for you guys. AMD is in the building and ripping to the high side. You know what? We can just take this off right now. 35.40 winner. I liked AMD at the high, but it didn't break to our levels, so we're able to get in on this little dip downside there. Protect the longs here on AMD. A good little trade, it looks like, right there on AMD. 87.20 coming in. I think this is worth getting out. Let's see if we just put an offer here and get out, and bang! There it is, another 40-cent winner right there. So, yeah, we are slaying dragons today, guys, as we go 4 for 4, and it's still going. It's only a half day in the market. Remember that. Some of the volatility is in these names right now because there is no close. Well, there is a close, but the close is 1 p.m., guys, not 4. So get your orders ready to rock and roll. Good out on AMD, but could have been held. Damn it.
Yeah, another stock that just popped up on my radar here is FCell, breaking this 950. I think this could get really to 10, so why not put up 50 cents for 50 cents there? I just grabbed some longs in front of 50 here as it was coming back in. The stop is going to be below 9. First target is going to be around 10, so 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Give it a chance to go. This one is moving. Tesla's taking off here, so let's just ride it. This one actually set up properly for me, so I'll just jump right in there and keep on going. And Palantir, looks like it came out and took out that low. So here I am walking away with 25 cents on the second half of my position. So we walk away net positive there, average about 35 cents or so. And now what do we have? We have FCell and DKNG, which is back above that 50 area. Remember, I was looking for some longs, looking for some support inside of this 25 area, 50 to 25 area, going down to 51. Looks like we're bouncing strong. So next look, if we can get through 52 strong and keep on going, then we can start managing this trade. But for now, I'm just going to leave the chart as is and wait for this one to play out. What's up, Brendan?
Another one that popped up back on Wednesday, if you remember, guys, JFrog, recent IPO Frog, you remember had this big move to the upside, was gapping higher this morning, but big flush here from 69.5 down to 66.5, ended up holding, but trying to bounce here for Frog, guys.
Okay, sometimes we're scalping, and we're doing that right now. So if you just notice here, we take a small little VWAP break, 32.30 on Palantir, in 38, out 658 there. That's a quick 20 pennies there on Palantir. We're using 31.90 as our out. So if it comes back down to 31.90, we're already out of half for 20 cents. So capturing, making sure that we've got this trade on. I'm a little nervous about that 31.90. I'm also very nervous if we come back to these levels, guys. I took some out of the long-term account, so you're going to have to watch out for that one. 31 and change to the downside here. I'm a little nervous about Palantir longs. The only other long I think I'm going to do is if I could just scalp it back and forth a little bit here, we'll do that. But now, you know, the monster shares are done. We've hit our goal. We're done for the big, huge Palantir trade, unless we come back again up here, man, 33.50. If we're going to test a high side, we're going to be into that one. Look at it just crushing size there here on the bid. So I expect to get out here, 31.90. I think it's going to crack down. Here it comes. And did we get out yet? No, not yet. Good price. There it is. So now we're out of Palantir. So we get squashed a little bit on that last half, but that's basically a flat trade. We'll flush Palantir down the toilet. Be very, very careful with this one. It's coming back in. If you're long, I would just watch out for those trades, guys.
Sean, I just want to point out to you, Tesla is magnetic towards that 600. Now we are at 595 and moving fast. So I know you like to play those quick breaks of those even numbers. So maybe 600 is something you want to keep an eye on real quick. What's up, Brandon?
Another one to look at, guys. Moderna, I just saw mRNA all-time highs here this morning. Already has gone from 115 to 124, up 13%. Not seeing anything yet on Moderna, but other non-related vaccine news today, guys.
Moderna on absolute fire. You know, it's funny because I was looking at Moderna earlier in the pre-market. I was like, you know what? We really look like we're hesitating around this 217 area. So I was like, if we break off to 211.50, I wanted to actually go short. I was not even considering the upside because of the hesitation around this. But look, quick $6 if you could taken that overnight break. Wow, that's all I can say about Moderna. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, no, I love Moderna too. And I talked about why we dropped AZN, AstraZeneca, before, and that was due to the fact that I loved Moderna's technology, and AstraZeneca get a little bit rough there on that play. So, you know what? I like Moderna. I think their technology there, they've come up with vaccines super fast. They've done it in the past, and they're doing it again. What up, B?
Just saw there is a Goldman upgrade on that price target increase as well for Moderna, so that could be part of the reason. Here's another one moving, guys. Inovio, another vaccine-related name, 6.5%. Big volume through 11 there for INO.
Okay, we're going to look at that. Palantir, guys, back and forth. This is why I have to be done with the stock. Like, in a 1 minute, this is just way too choppy. Like, we get out basically at the bottom, then it rips right back to almost where we took our profit. So it's a little bit whippy right now. 32.50 could be a spot if you are interested in that. But I'm actually liking this Tesla 600 break there. We've seen this before on key numbers. 596. Let's take a little bit of a long through 596 and see what we do at 600, guys.
Yeah, and here we are back at DKNG, now approaching that 52. Hey, we did exactly what we were looking forward to around that 51.25 area. It bounced off. Now we can start managing this trade. This is already 50 cents in the money, and we're going to look to start protecting some of this. So let's move down to the 5-minute chart and see where it's starting to hesitate a little bit. For now, we're not going to do anything. I'm just going to move the stop. We're actually going to do something. I'm going to move the stop just above break even, which is around the 60 mark. So 51.60, we should not come back in. If we do, I want out of this. I'll walk away with 10 cents. But if we are going to keep on running, that's what I'm looking forward to. If we keep on running, let it go. I've moved down to the 5-minute chart and let this one go. We'll just protect the bottom end. The loss limit is now positive. And now we're just going to let this one ride out. And of course, where's this? F-Cell. You know, when it comes to sub $10 stocks, I don't jump in. It's not that I don't jump in. I'm not like quick to.
It's not your thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I like more pricier stocks, but you take more shares, blah, blah, blah. They move a little bit slower, but not F-Cell. You know what? That is already 35 cents in the money on a $9 stock. So here we are approaching 10. I've already got some offers out in front of 10 to take some profit. And then once it crosses 10, I'll start managing it. But first target is going to be around 10. Let's lock in about 45 cents or so, and then let it ride out after that. But those are the only two longs I've got now, and I am keeping my eye out for any more trades. You know what's funny is that PLTR is bouncing back around, but the way that the 5-minute chart has done or has moved around, I do not like this 3250, so I won't be looking at this again. I'm just going to completely move away from this as we go to Brendan.
Another one to add to the upgrade list today. This one, Etsy, guys, having quite the day. 6+% here. We're coming up to, I was just double checking what that high was there, around 155 and change. So not there yet, but relative volume on Etsy today as well.
It's funny because Tesla just drops. I'm going to go long FSL through 10, guys. I really like the momentum on this name today. Obviously up 12% and looking to break through. You can check out the daily chart. We haven't been up here much, man. The last time we were here, it went to 11. Let's take a 10. A great trade, Arun. So I give big ups to Arun on that trade, guys. Watch out for 10, though. There is some size here. And we're going to get in right now. Look, my orders. So what we're done now is we do have magic hands over here, but we have a stop order in to get in. The minute this breaks 10, like my hands are right here. You're going to see me get in a second here. Hopefully, once we break through $10, my stop order will trigger and it'll be a stop long. So we're going to go long off that stop order. I was wrong about Palantir, except for the fact that I said the next level you could have taken was 32.50 on this break. If you did, it rips up to 90 there. This stock is not stopping today. We tried it there, in and out quickly for a flat trade, 30 cents on the win, 30 cents, I think it's 20 cents and 30 cents, so a loss on that. But I'm done scalping this. I want to wait for a clean break, just so you guys know that's Palantir. I'm not going to be back onto that one. FCell's busting through that level right now. Let's check out Mr. Softy, my favorite stock of them all. We talked about this is a way you could also play video games. I know the Xbox, what is the Xbox called? X Series, I think?
Series X.
Series X, there you go. Thank you, Arun, for that. And the PS5, nowhere to be found right now, some of these platforms. So if you want to play that through Microsoft. But look, this is so choppy, right, Arun? Like, we're looking for stocks that are moving here, not this chop fest. Give us another one, Brand.
Another big mover here, Appian, APPN. It's a software company. We were talking about this one back on Wednesday, if you remember, had an initial move back up towards this 200 area. Looks like we're breaking through 200, 20% for APPN, guys.
So, you know, I don't come on the show that much. I don't sit in either Sean's or Neil's seat too often. So the last time, or a few times ago, I was here, I kind of said, you know, on one of my hot trades, I was in pretty well, and it did pretty well on that stock, and I said, pew. And a lot of people went crazy with that, and we had an animation never got a chance to use. But you know what? With FCell, that 950 break towards that 10, you see this chart here, I got 950 break just in front of 10. You know what? We have that animation. I'm just going to say pew for this trade here. If we can, there you go. Yeah. There's that animation finally working. And 45 cents on a $9 stock. And you know what? The other one, DKNG, that's up 75 cents, and we're just letting this one go. So 51.60 is going to be the trailing stop. We've locked in 10 cents there, and we're just going to let this one ride out until I start to see some selling that I don't like around this 52.50. Then I'll lock some more in. Until then, we're just going to let that one ride out and find some more trades to take, really. It's a quiet market. It will quiet down. The futures, you know what? They're still flirting with the 40, so there's not a whole lot going on. That's not surprising to me. It is that kind of day. Towards the close is where we're going to get more activity. So what's up, Brendan?
AstraZeneca, one from the list, guys. Right back to the upside here. We're approaching these levels from Friday. I was just double checking what that low was. It has retaken that 52. Looks like 17 was the low. If I zoom over here, there's a little bit of a low at 52.17. So we're above that, but needs to get back into the 50s or 70s, 52.50 or 52.70, where we closed on Friday. But AstraZeneca, very strong as well.
Yeah, we should have been short there on NEO, 54 and change there, but we missed it. I see some people talking about that. 54.25 could have been that. I don't think there's any news on this, guys. Just because the stock goes down doesn't mean the world is falling on its face here, but we will try to go short again on a little bit of a retrace back upside. Oh, we just tried. Oh, we did. Yeah, we got some 9s there on that retrace, so we are now short 54.09. We did put that one in manually, so we got some 54.09s there. Going to give it back to 54.50 just to see what Neil's going to do today on some of these moves, but I do think the downside could be in. It's a little, again, I said what's its name there. Palantir was a little overextended, but I tend to be a little wrong on that one, but I do think that Palantir's had its better days right now today. It does try again for that high spot and miss. So yeah, I'm very cautious of this one. I kind of like to get short Palantir. I just got to find out where. We average into our NEO, but 54.50 is going to be the kill spot for us on this short. And if you were wondering what these little marks mean, Purple are shorts, greens are long, and reds are selling out of our longs. So if you see another green tick down here, it's me getting out of my short. But right now we're short 54.19 here on NEO. Only going to give it up to about this VWAP here, 54.60 or so, guys.
Okay, so something I was just searching through is, we've got a couple positions that are kind of just working themselves through. So we've got that DKNG that is coming back towards 52 again, 51.60 is a stop, and FCEL is flirting in front of that 10 mark. JWN is just downside at the moment. It's $1.50, it looks like, from the 28 mark around 9.15. So you know what? Now I got to start looking at this stock, potential short. I've got to develop the area that I want to work with. In the meantime, while I do that, what's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I was just noticing some other names in the retail sector starting to show a little weakness as well. This one not in the retail group, but Jumaya Technologies just popping up on a volume scanner here through $39, trying to retake this kind of consolidation area from the pre-market. Initial weakness, though, on JMIA, guys.
We're loving some Jumaya over on this show here, guys. Okay, so shorted into NEO right now. We do have this short on board, so we're going to watch out for that right now. Short, what's our price? 25.28. If you're joining us for the first time, we are going to be on at 8:30. I don't want to forget to say that. We have so many things on this thing. I got to put it there. It's coming up 3. Now, 8:30 on Monday. So join us on Monday at 8:30. We start earlier, and I know that that's been received well from a lot of our viewers. So hopefully you'll be there with us. We're all awake anyways. Why not join that with us as well? And then coming up after the show, we do have hot sectors, guys, at 11:45. Which ones are to trade? Here's a little tip. Why not look at the EV space there? Oh, did I ruin it? No, but there's a few different other hot sectors, including obviously Palantir and some of the data mining and security and whatnot. Here goes NEO. We did take another short there. We're protecting this high side. Don't know if it's going to work, but I do like this. Give us another name, B.
I'll add another one, guys. Snowflake. Why not? Snowflake almost 10% here this morning to the upside. All-time highs. Yeah, we are above that spike high from the IPO day now on Snowflake. No news on this one either, guys.
No news, eh? NEO goes into the money there. We're short 25s. We just went down to 20 and change. I have a bid at 22 to try to take some off. We've averaged in 3 times. We'll do a little bit more here at 54.50 and then take it out at 60. We're never going to give this back, guys. If you ever, my biggest trades are off the open. And I know that's probably no secret. So if you do see some of these trades come through, what we're doing now is we're taking shares, but we're slowly getting into them because we don't have the momentum that we did have early on. And I think it's about understanding your style, right, Arun, and knowing what you do best and when you trade the best on specific stocks and specific sectors, and especially specific strategies.
Yeah, absolutely. Always cater to develop I don't want to say niche, but develop a certain approach to trading. You always look at certain spaces, certain styles of trading in those spaces. So I know when I trade the futures, I don't trade them the same way that I trade the stocks. The sizing's different. Futures is my game. That's where I live. So when I start taking trades in the futures, there's a lot more risk associated with every single one of those trades than it is with the stock market. But at the same time, I know how to. I have an approach for the stocks for certain prices. Once you get past a certain price, I don't really trade them anymore. When Tesla's was in the 1,000 mark, I don't trade it. Amazon, why do we never talk about Amazon? Amazon is just crazy expensive. So is there enough? What's up, Sean?
No, keep going.
Oh, okay. I thought there's something going on
Normally I
there.
don't get it thrown back to me, but I was talking about NEO actually going to the downside. I just want to give that to our viewers, but sorry, go ahead, Arun.
No, I was just saying, develop a strategy for each market, because markets move differently. Futures move differently from the stocks, and European stocks move differently from North American stocks. So have an approach. Just find the edge for that market. It's not going to apply across the board for every single market that you trade. So understand what the differences are. For me, I found that the futures market, I can kind of read that a little bit better than the stock market. The thing with the stock market too, there's a ton of stocks to go through, right? So you're constantly flipping. So you're always on. In the futures market, for me, I know that there's certain things I'm looking for, and if they're not present, I'm over on Netflix watching some show. That's just how I operate. So
I think that's what everybody operates nowadays on Netflix. It's like some random show. Look at Palantir, though, going to the downside. We called this. I'm sorry if you got caught long. But again, guys, hit the rewind button. I said that Palantir was struggling up here. It had problems up here. And I was not going to go long anymore. Unfortunately, I didn't believe in the short either. But now we go short. We take the 31.25 break. And now we are short Palantir. That might have been the move, guys. We did take a short now. We are now back in the money. 10 plus cents, 20 plus cents. Look at NEO. This is going to the downside. We average into this one. Bang! Man, today, I don't know what to say, but today's been a pretty damn successful day here as we go AMD perfect. We go Bitcoin perfect. We go NEO 35 cents in the money. What a big runner this has been right now. We called the downside on this one. Thank you to you guys in the chat for putting this out. And Palantir, we're still going to see. This one's huge. We're not going to give anything back, but we are going to test a little bit on the short and give it to this level right here where we started this move, guys. 31.80 to the downside. There goes Tesla through 96. So we're back long 96 right now.
Yeah, Palantir, the fact that it's coming back down here and it came through 30.90 just instantly. I jumped into the short on Palantir.
Look at that.
Yeah, the 32.50, remember, around 32.50, I was starting to doubt whether there was enough buy strength, so I started cashing out. Now the fact that they actually took the bottom out, that confirms the entire read for me. So you know what? 31 short, the top end is 33.50 on the stop. Yeah, we're going to put about $2.50, but I think this one really has a chance to go given the type of movement that this thing did earlier on in the day. So it just confirms everything for me. It is 13 cents in the money. I know Sean's making a killing. He's probably up a buck or so. He's early. So we're just going to play this one out. And back to JWN, guys. JWN, remember when it broke 27, I was trying to figure out what to do with it. I don't like the fact that it's coming into this 26.50 area with some strength. So you know what? 28.50 is going to be the top end mark. 26 is going to be the bottom. If we can get into that 27.50 and kind of just settle in, find some selling, then I think we have a chance to kind of play the range in between. Oops. What's up, Sean?
We just took out a little bit of our Tesla trade there. Actually, we wound up taking it all out. We wanted to take out half for a $2 winner, but we wound up taking it all. So look, it's a celebration for sure. So we're going to do that. I wanted to say something about NEO here as we're making new moves down. That's a 40-cent winner. Palantir, guys, big winner to the downside. You just mentioned it. Bang! We switch it up on Palantir, and I hope you guys did as well. Someone said on the chat, if Palantir goes down, this guy's going to lose money. When we tell you we have a little bit of a different opinion on a stock, that's what we have. And there goes Palantir to the downside. Big time win here. Short Palantir. And one thing I wanted to bring up to you as we go back over to Brendan, we miss Neil here, but I'm telling you one thing. Naked Branch is up 34%. Neil's probably happy he ain't in the building today. Never happy to miss trading, and we're happy not having him. We love that he'd be here, but right now, short's not coming through on some of these names. What's up, B?
Hey guys, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets, see how things are shaping up so far across the board here. Pretty positive still. We're maintaining some of these gains. The S&P now leading 0.3, or I should say the NASDAQ still leading, but out of these two was reversed in the pre-market, but now the S&P 0.3%, the Dow 0.17%. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ. Nice day so far, 0.9% for both the composite and the 100. The Russell 0.4% to the upside. Here in Toronto, we have gone negative just ever so slightly. Down in Brazil, they are holding on to a little bit of a gain, 0.6% for the BOVESPA. If you're joining us from Brazil, a few things from the watch list to keep in mind, guys. It is absolutely free for you. If you need help with that, ask Valeria in the chat. She'll get you the link. Palantir, yeah, it looks like it's trying to hold the bottom end of the range here, 30.5 from the pre-market was support. We'll see what happens with Palantir. Disney, huge reversal. Remember we were talking about those layoffs they announced. Initial strength here to 150, right back down. Disney, guys, trying to break to the downside at the moment. YJ, the other one I wanted to mention, that little Yunji from China. E-commerce platform, 450 was the level up here from the pre-market. Ended up holding that. We're trying to work downside on YJ as well. Guys.
All right, Palantir now bouncing back hard. That's okay. I know the read that I like. I know the areas that are hot, so 52.50. I'm okay waiting on that one there. And FCell, we just got out of the rest of FCell here, just under 940. Remember, we got 950 long, got 45 cents on the first half and lost about 12 cents on the second half. Net positive on this trade. I'm okay with this. I really wanted to let this one go past 10, and that's why I just kind of waited this one out. Net positive, walk away. It did what I wanted to do. Well, not the second half, but the first half did. So we walk away from that trade. And DKNG, I've taken out the half of the position here at 50, just in front of 52.20. I don't like the fact that it's hesitating quite a bit here. You see this on the 5-minute chart. I don't like the fact that there's lower highs coming down on the 5-minute chart. It could technically explode either way. So why not protect half? That's a good 51.50 to 20. It's about 70 cents or so on the first half of the position. Remember, the entire trail stop is 51.60. So we're locking in 10 cents. And we just walked away with 70 cents on the first half, so we'll walk away on that one there. And PLTR seems to be the only position that I really need to keep an eye on here as it bounces back. What's up, Brendan?
Positive vaccine news means some of the stay-at-home type stocks a little bit negative today. We had initial weakness here on Peloton. Just saw a volume spike here on Peloton, 107.90, 108 area, all the way down to 105 and change. But starting to roll over once again, guys, for Peloton.
I see people telling me that XPEV is going down. And you know how I know that? Because the cash cow that is NEO, guys. This is the thing. So you guys have asked me, and I think I've delivered for sure, telling you what we're doing on these trades and indicating you, like, I took this short, and this short all against me, guys. Now we're $1 in the money, and we just cashed them out, 53.20. Like, that's 54.40, that's 53.20, that's 53.60. These are monster trades here on the short side of NEO. We hit the long, we just tweeted that out, long off the open, short right now. And I told you it's not as many shares as this, but when you see me average in 3 times, that's normally a pretty good idea that we do like it. And then, so there it is, NEO, nice trade. We take it out. Now we have 10% left of this position on board as we took it out a bunch of times to the downside. And a lot at 54. So some of this was only for about a 30-cent win, but when you cash out at that bottom, it feels pretty juicy to that downside there. Palantir, we did reverse. We got out. We still have half left. That's the honest truth right now. Half left of our Palantir. This was about a 50-cent win, and now we're in about a 50-cent loser. So although Palantir goes downside, we did capture that. We are very, very, weary of this 31.90 level. And then my mistake of the day turns out to be okay, actually, as we wind up taking, I think it was, you can see the bottom there, about $2 here on Tesla, in at 95.96, out at 97.70 there, so on the high side of Tesla. So in and out like a ninja there, Arun, but we didn't mean that. We did mean to hold some for 5.96, but glad that we were able to get out as it comes all the way back. Brendan again?
Yeah. So there's news, guys, on 2 stocks that we've been trading. One in the actual EV space, the Chinese group. So this CBAK Energy, which is that CBAT stock, teaming up with Candy Technologies, the EV maker from China, to develop some new technology for their EV vehicles. So CBAT up big time on that news this morning, 15%. You go over to Candy, yeah, kind of following the rest of the group led by NIO at the moment, guys.
Yeah, the EV space is hot. It's been hot, right? EV space and vaccine right now. Vaccines and EV space are here's the thing too. You got to keep an eye on all of these stocks. You can't keep an eye on every single one of them, but the general leaders and the general movers that come in the news quite often. So what I've done for my watch list, like apart from the ones that Brendan's given us, I kind of separate them into the majors, the ones that are like the Facebooks, the Netflixes, the Amazon, or not the Amazons, the Apples. And then I kind of break them down: at-home stocks, Piton, Zoom, and then vaccine stocks, and just breaking down to subcategories. So when you cycle through them, you know that if one stock in that category is going hot because of something, is usually going to something that's related to the industry that's going to move them all together, right? And then you just find the leader or the laggard, depending on whether you want to go long or short. So that's just a matter of finding how to kind of decipher the market when it's giving you like a ton. Well, what is the S&P 500 has 500 of the top names, and that's not even some of the big volatile ones yet, right? Tesla's just going into the NASDAQ. No, the S&P. It is going just into the S&P. So think about that. There's not stocks that are in the S&P that are moving like crazy. That should be in there, I guess, soon. So just break them down, and so you can decipher how you want to approach certain industries, certain segments, certain stocks when one is moving the entire market.
Arun is in the building right there, guys. Thank you very much, Arun. Yeah, look, that kind of analysis, you get it from me, you get it from Neil, but it's great to hear from Arun as well, who's primarily trading the S&P 500 futures there. And yeah, if you can find out the date on that, Brendan, I think it's late December, or maybe December 1st.
18th, right?
It's somewhere. I just said late or the 1st, so I'm in between those names. Yeah, we'll find out. Brendan will get that for us when Tesla joins. Remember, that's part of the reason why this is ramping up as well, is that Tesla is entering the S&P 500, so a lot of people got to get their beta on and make sure that they hold some Tesla stock into that move. Okay, Palantir all the way back, guys. We did take another average in short there, so now we come all the way back into the money on PLTR. Beautiful trade there. Look at that short, 31.50. We told you we were giving it up to 31.80, so let's just keep running that money bag right now on this name, as well as our boy NEO trying to battle back. We are short this one. We've already crushed it out, man. We have 10% left. 54 is the breaking spot on NIO. So we'll wait for that one to come in. And here goes Palantir. I think we could get some out at 31 and change right about here in case it does bounce off 31 even. We do like to play even dollar levels sometimes. So there it is right there. How fast was that? We get out at 31.06. Just another one, man. We're at our highest spot today. So Black Friday or not, we can buy a little more things after today's trade there, Arun.
Yep, talk about shopping. I'm looking to go do some shopping.
What do you
I would
wanna
like
buy?
a new TV, but
New TV. Oh,
I can't seem to find any because everyone is buying Black Friday TVs. So you know what? You know the retail space, at least in the TV market, is doing well. So that's and PS5s you were saying, Sean, you can't find any? I know a guy who has a bunch, and he is not selling them for anything below $1,000.
For what? Which one?
The PS5s.
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch. Yeah, of course you know somebody.
Yeah, so
he's... Look at Palantir, though, and we belly dance today. We're not doing it for you. No. This is right there, but Palantir just goes and tanks City there. As we get excited again, bang, we call Palantir to the south side. And do we average in? Hells to the yeah. We average in right there. We take that trade against everybody and take Palantir to the downside. And then we just get out at 30.58 there. An embarrassingly great out for Palantir on the downside there. We also told you get out of some of your shares at 33. Your boy did that as well, man. This has been a big day. Bring those money bags back. Let's go. What up, D?
Another one having a pretty good day as well. Zoom Info. This is not Zoom Communications. This is Zoom Video Communications. This is Zoom Info. 10%. This is recent high territory above 48 here this morning. Big move up to 52 on decent volume. So going to check on ZI Tesla, guys. I threw it in the chat there. December 21st. At the open will be the first tradable moment, but it's as of the close, as Arun said, on the 18th for Tesla.
And ciao, this is what happens when parabolic stocks, damn it, Neil, I got to drink again. He's not even here and I'm getting haunted.
You know,
okay.
I'll help you out. I'll join. I'll get some
Yeah,
water.
let's try. Let's just, okay, moment of silence for drinking, guys. Everybody please drink. Moment of silence, Rob. Okay, here we go now. Yeah, so we drank up. Hydrate yourself, guys. Be real and make sure that you stay healthy and hydrated as much as you guys possibly can. Here, what was I talking about again? I have no idea.
Money.
We were talking about Palantir breaking through $30, guys. And here goes the downside. And that's what I was saying. When stocks go this parabolic levels here, you do get pullback. So just be very, very aware of everything here, especially what's happening today with Palantir, guys. If you're still in the stock, maybe a good spot to reload back up, but definitely, I don't know if this is a good spot for new longs.
Yeah, you know, for me, Palantir is going to do what it's going to do. Exactly, right? We went into this trade knowing this was a longer-term setup. I've got the first target here just in front of 50. There's some activity from the last trading session around 1 o'clock, last time around there. So I'll take some profit here. I'll dump half of my position here and then let the rest of it ride. And back to DKNG. Remember, we were in this, made 70 cents on the first half. It came back in. Now I'm going to move the stop on this. 51.75 is going to be my new stop. We are long 51.50. It is currently 72 cents in the money. We're just going to let this one go. Remember, this is meant to be a ride. First half has already been taken. Until we're forced out of the position, then I'm going to get out. At this point, the fact that it bounced off the 80 allows me to kind of just move it just underneath. I'm going to move it to 51.75, let that one play out. And, of course, Palantir does not want to get down to that 50. How low did it even get? 55? Are you kidding me? No, it didn't get to 55, but it got pretty close, but didn't get exactly to the mark. I am sitting just above the 50 mark, trying to get some half the position now, but it's okay. We'll ride this one out. The only thing that would concern me now is if we actually close back at 32 even in the next few minutes here on the 15-minute chart, right? So if we get back above 32 after getting this far in, there might be a problem with this short. But for now, we're just going to let this one go. And Sean, how's you're killing Palantir. I know while it was going back against us, you were averaging into that position. Oh, man. How you doing now?
How am I doing now? $1.70 in the money. I mean, we still have this short. I did want to say thank you so much to everybody here. Love this show. Thank you so much, Michelle. Moment of silence. Yeah, you thought that was pretty funny. That was great. Also, thank you for the love on these Palantirs. Like, look at this. This is how you know that the traders and everyone's watching us and that we are real traders, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you so much. Look, Palantir's short call was perfect, guys. We had Neo as well. Money, money, money. Everybody wants that. You want the money, money, money video? Let's do that. Thank you again. I'm always watching the chat, guys. Thank you for the love and the support. We're going to hit the money thing if I can find it. Man, I got to clean this board up. Like, I don't even know where this money thing is. Wait 1 second, guys. For it. Where is it? We have this crazy board in front of me. I can't find it. My boards are gone. But we'll hit the money in the spirit of Neil. Yeah, you guys heard that as well. Thank you so much. Hello from Argentina. Hello from Canada. May you rest in peace, Diego Maradona. What's up, Brendan?
Hey guys, yeah, we'll get you some more symbols to have a look at. The Black Friday holiday shortened edition of upgrades and downgrades. Yeah, that's legitimate and accurate. I'm going to come stand over here because I couldn't find any. Valeria couldn't find any. There aren't any downgrades today, only upgrades. So American Eagle, this one has barely traded today, but I want to show you John Deere as well. We were talking about this one earlier in the week after earnings, but DE having a bit of a move today along with American Eagle. So some analysts may be taking the day off a little bit. Here we go, AEO. Yeah, pretty quiet so far today, but just worth noting, we're right at the top end of the range on AEO if you are having a look at that one today. I want to shift over to John Deere. Yeah, nice little break above 258 on DE, which was a bit of a level going back to Wednesday's session after the move down, but an upgrade for this one, up 1.5% for Deere, guys.
All right, you know, as we come back in, I know Sean's making money on Palantir and he ran the money tape. Here we are making $1.50 on the PLTR. So you know what, I'm going to go with another on that one there. That one's, you know, at this point, I see you guys are in the chart, in the chat, just putting out Citron research. Well, you know, when Citron gets involved and when they put out something and this thing starts moving around.
That's a Citron report?
Well, based on what the guys in the chat are showing, and I know Brendan's going to look into it as well to confirm that.
Shorting Palantir with price target of $20.
Yeah, so you know, when Citron gets involved, stocks move in one direction, right? So anytime some short sellers, some big short sellers get involved, we start going down. So you know what? This stock's hot. It's been hot very fast. It's moved up very quickly. So when something like that comes out, expect a fall. And it's exactly what we're finding now. So we're just going to let the rest of it go. $1.50 on the first half. What are we going to do with the second half? 5-minute chart, break it down, and we're just going to run a trailing stop. Trailing stop right now sits at 32 even. So I'm going to bring the stop down from 33.50 to 32 even. And we're just going to let it go. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, we'll show you the headline here. Legitimate from Reuters here. They are confirming Citron saying they're shorting Palantir with a price target of $20, as you mentioned. Sean, talk about how the last couple, at least two that I can think of, Citron mentioned names have done after this.
Yeah, not well. Yeah, so we saw them come out with a price target. So we got out there. So we just hammered that short out. Like, we didn't know. I'm embarrassed that this dropped like that. We called that. I actually wish Citron report didn't come out because I thought that was going week early. So did I just like sniff out a Citron report, guys, for you? I think we did on the show. But they came out and talked about NEO and ho-hummed NEO down to 59. Remember they said they gave it out. And those of you guys that are on the show, you know this because we were also short NEO. Back, and you can find the date, Brendan, maybe, I think it was last week. Actually, I could probably find it on here as well. It was this day right here. It was November 13th. Maybe you can even find that article, Brendan. Citron came out and gave a price target of $25 on NEO. NEO now near and at close to all-time highs. And look, my opinion of this is what it is, and sometimes maybe a little bit jaded, but it doesn't take rocket science, like Arun just said there, to come out and downgrade a stock and give it a price target way lower. See, that's why it's going back up. Like all this talk, guys, if we can't show you winning trades, which we obviously can, let us at least educate you. Like when this comes out, man, look at what Citron's doing. Like, yeah, oh, I think this is overextended. Yeah, so do I. Down all the way up here to $20. So giving it a price target back down here, I do want to read the report, but I want to make sure that that report is legit, right? You got to make sure that there's reasons why they think Palantir's gone back up. Not just because Palantir's been exploding to the upside. There's people buying millions and millions of shares of this thing hand over fist. So you tell me why they're doing that. So that's my little opinion on Palantir, but we hit that short and we hammered it. So hallelujah. I can't find that money thing. It's like my board has gone haywire over here, guys. I don't know where it is, but we can do this. Mamma mia, Palantir.
Yeah, you know, my take with that is that regardless of whether the report is, you know, nonsense or not, the fact that the stock is so hot puts everybody in one direction. So when something like this comes in, where the selling comes in and kind of catches a lot of people off guard, you get a run for the door. You get a rush for the door, and that's what I'm banking on here. Yeah, we made $1.50 on the first half, but I'm open to taking a loss on the second half, meaning $32. I'll risk another $1 on my second half because I'm looking for more of a flow. If I'm a flow to the sell side, of course, if it doesn't go, then that's fine. We come back, we know the report was rejected and the market just wants to keep on going up. That's fine too. But Palantir, because it was so hot, that's why I'm more kind of giving this stock space to move around, just because this can open the door for some initial selling. Whether it holds on the long term to the sell side, that's a different story. But for at least for today, can this one actually open up the floodgates and kind of run this to the downside even further? That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm banking on. I'm willing to put up some money to see what happens there. In the meantime, DKNG breaking through that 52.40. We are now 90 cents on the second half. Remember, we got out 75 to 70 cents on the first half, 90 cents on the second half. Once it gets through the 52.50, I think I can bring the stop in around 52.20, lock in 70 cents on the second half as well, and let this one run. So trailing stop is going to get moved up as soon as this one gets through 52.50. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, no, I'm just sitting here watching everything go through, the wash here, and including Palantir, all the way back to the upside. I can't believe we're still able to, as it looks like right now, pick that bottom spot there on Palantir. So really happy with the way that one's turning out for us. We did pick 29.50 there as a bottom. Kind of lucky there, we have to admit that, on the bottom pick. I don't think it was lucky that Citron came out with that report because, like I said, it was the same reasoning, and I want to give a big thank you, and we just tweeted that out to my boy Lester there, saying that we did call that. I don't know where it was, but he said that we did call that minutes before that Palantir move did happen. So we did call that on the downside before, and now it's making moves back to the upside. And I feel like, Arun, we've also called that move as well. We told you guys about this upside and why we feel that this move was a little bit overextended. So I hope everyone is happy with today's performance here. I love DraftKings, and Arun, you're just here on the show today, and yeah, everyone loving it. We'll see if we can get you a spot, but DraftKings, he already has a spot, man. He's our third host here on the trading side of things. DraftKings, those of you that watch the show, this is another jaw dropper. You guys know we're long, sub 40, $35 to be exact. So DraftKings, I did take some off last week at 47.48, so a little bit of pie in my face there, but happy with some of these winners so far today. Over at the big screen now, is it small cap recap time with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, let's talk small cap and do a little recap here as well. YJ, we were talking about this one back on Wednesday, and earlier in the week there was positive news 2 days in a row to the upside. If you remember, on Wednesday it had this big reversal around 575, kind of 590 we were mentioning, down to 450. So coming in this morning, we're gapping to the downside. There was a little bit of a headline on this as well, but with an offering, but really nothing significant. Any kind of bounce to the upside, you had to look at 475, which was that little area from Friday, and then above that kind of 5 to 525. But we couldn't even get back to 450. I had to stop there. That was way too tight. So back into YJ. Still, yeah, 20% downside for that one today. This is the one WORX, that SC works. It's still nothing as far as I can see. As far as news is concerned, it's tested 260 a couple times. Going to use that now. This thing was trading at 160 back on Wednesday. So we'll have a look at if this can get going to the downside. Whether we get all the way back down there, might run out of time. SRNE, the other one, Sorrento, positive news on this thing. Obvious level here at $8. Anything back up to $8, we'll look to add on Sorrento. But SC works, guys. There's still a long way to go, but volume dying out. Worth mentioning with the short session today. We got to be aware of volume kind of slowing down already, guys.
All right, Palantir coming all the way back. It's going to be, for everyone that got out, got long, great. I got some out. I got half out, right? And it's coming back. Again, I'm okay with this. I just want to play on the sell side in the event that we flush through. But if we come back out, I'll lose $1 on the second half, make $1.50 on the first half, which I've already done, and let this one play out. Because here's the issue. Here's the flip side of this. If this comes all the way back and takes off past the highs, then there's nothing stopping this thing from going to 40. This is a great test of endurance for this stock. Yes. It's a well-needed break at the moment. And if it keeps on going, just look out for Palantir to just continue its run that it's been on, that absolute tear, that it can actually withstand something like this, a report like this, and just keep on going. So demand is clearly there. And if it's overheated, well, it just got relieved of some stress at the moment, and it might continue on for its second leg for Palantir. And here we are, DKNG. Remember, 52.50 is a trailing stop. We're locking in 70 cents on the trailing stop as it broke through 52.50. 51.50 is the long, sorry. And 52.50 is going to be the trailing stop. We're going to let this one go, lock in 70 cents or so there. Another trade, JWN. Remember, we were looking at JWN down here in the 2780 mark. It was coming through the 50s. I didn't want to get involved because I didn't like the way the levels looked below. It looks like it's going to continue its leg through the 26s. I am not going to step into this, but if we can get through 26, I think we can start looking at 2750 as a potential new stop area to find a new short there. And of course, where is this? A stock I never got around to talking about was the AAL when they broke through 1520. I had some bids out, never got the fill. So it's coming back in. I don't want the fill anymore. So it was just on my screen. So I just decided to talk about this. And futures, let's just do the futures while I'm here before you hand it off to Sean there. Futures, you know what? We're doing absolutely nothing on the futures as we just flirt.
Good update.
Well, it's a great update. It's not surprising, right? On a holiday shortened day, midday trading in the futures market is going to be non-existent, and that's exactly what we're doing, flirting with the 3640. It's not hitting anything. I think it's been in a 6-7 point range since we've opened. So there's not a whole lot to do there. And on a day like this, when there's nothing setting up, guys, don't get involved. Find something that's actually moving and favorable to the way you trade.
I'm going to, before we go to Brendan, just quickly, I'm going to take Palantir long through 31.25. What up, B?
Another one to look at here, guys. Novavax, all of the vaccine names, it seems like, doing something today. This one included 13% for NVAX. Just popped up. You can see volume coming back in at day highs here. We're getting into some significant levels, though, on the daily chart for Novavax, guys.
Okay, I'm just watching here as we're trying to see what Bitcoin's doing at 16.7. Brendan's going to come with that update on crypto soon. And this is what I've been doing on GBTC. Just a little bit of over trading here, but we're down a lot today. So all of these purples have been shorts. I've been trying to ride the Bitcoin short here today. My crypto portfolio, I can take another refill if you're going anywhere, Valeria. Coffee, thank you so much, even though I have half left and it's a little bit chilly in here. But yeah, you like the shirt today. It's our merch Friday, so you guys can get that. I thought Arun would be wearing the black one, but his guns are too big. He needs an extra large, is what we've heard, not a large. So Arun's going to be rolling with that one. This is GBTC. We'll talk about this in a second. Tesla, let's have another look at that. So we did go long Tesla here, 596. Oh, before we're done, I don't want to go anywhere before we're done here. I see these talks about CCL and whatnot. I did want to go before they disappear. Thank you so much to Alex there. Victory, yes, that's great. And then also thank you so much to the Monkey Shiner. Fun day today. I think it's been a great day. I want to thank Arun again for subbing in for the man, the myth, the legend, Neil, who's off today, who will be back on Monday. And speak of the devil, guys, Monday, not Neil, but speak of Monday coming up right now. 8:30, we go live. Neil, myself, Brandon, and Miss V. And then Arun, you'll be checking in with some of the futures plays as well early on Monday. So we're going to check that. It's not even that early, but it's 8:30. So check us if you're joining us now for the first time. We do that. And then we're also doing, I don't know if this is Q&A too. Let's see what this is here coming up. No, that's still hot sectors to trade. We are going live. If you guys could load up on one of that, maybe number 2, the members chat. That's still happening on Monday. So we are having a members-only chat after the show, 1 p.m., and you could be a member for $5. It's just about supporting the show, and what it does get you is your name here in green and then some of these emojis. It's nothing. It's just to support the show, but we're going to give back for that as it continues to be obviously free here on YouTube. Palantir, one last look. This is why we want to go long. It's 31.25. If it does break that, we're going to go long on Palantir. But what a wild ride, man. Normally when Citron comes out, these things tank. I don't consider that much of a tank. 31.60 down to 29. It's about $2. It looks decent. But remember, guys, we were at $24 on Wednesday.
Yeah, I just jumped into Facebook real quick. This is an area that I had marked off earlier for you guys. I mentioned it around that 278.50. If we got through there, I wanted to go for a long, but then it just kind of fell off. Well, yeah, we're approaching that level again. It just triggered me in. So brief pop just above 278.50. I've got the trailing stop just underneath 278 even, around the 90 mark. If this comes back through, then looks like we just got trapped into a trade real quick. But if this can settle in, and I think that was a mistake that I made. I should have waited for it to settle in given how it moved around this area the first time around. If this can settle in, we have a long-term upside move ahead of us. What's up, Brendan?
A little micro-cap railroad operator or rail car operator, Rail, on the NASDAQ, having quite the day here. It's already gone from 220 to 320 on monster volume. They got a couple of upgrades after securing new funding that'll carry them apparently through the entire year next year. So decent move here for RAIL, guys.
Rail, yeah, don't get off the rails, guys. Stay with us and we will be fine, and we'll bring you hopefully to the promised land here as we continue to trade. I'm into some more Bitcoin here, and it's not, again, this is GBTC, we're just watching this thing. I'm trying to short this thing on the way down, and it's working, but not great here, as you got to look for some liquidity on Bitcoin. Palantir does look pretty good here, 30.55. It's harness head to the back of the downside. I don't want to be, only looking long. We did go short. Our last trade was short on Palantir. We actually made more money, obviously, on the longs than we have on the shorts, but this was a big trade for us on Palantir, and we now are at the highest spot we've been at all day on this name. So, on our account. So we're going to look at that again. Also, Xpeng. Good long off the open. This is what we're talking about. Like when you hear me go crazy off the open, it's because like we really do put on shares here at 66.55. And the point is we're not going to be like other services where we say, oh, we just made 100 grand today or whatever. We're just trying to teach you guys where we're getting in and why we're getting in and why we're getting out, right? So that's it. We all trade with different share sizes. So Arun trades differently than I do, than Neil does, than Brendan does. So we're all much, much different. I want to give a big thank you as well to Sandra King. What's up with that? Where's the love with CCL? Okay, Daryl. Look, Daryl's, again, member time. Here's Daryl, one of our best, not best, we have tons of members that we love, but Daryl's been on our show and we've loved you every time you've come on. I've given the invite to come on for a quick 5 minutes again if you did want to talk about anything there, Daryl, up to you. Wow, where is the love for CCL today? Good look, Daryl. Look at that break off the open. This is one that you guys know normally we would have that. Thank you, Ms. V, so much. Oh, you don't need to take the other one away. Thank you. Oh, you can if you want. Up to you. Okay, thanks. Too nice. That's the problem. $22 now to the upside. Let's do a little bit longer of a look. Daryl, put your levels in the chat there if you can. The daily chart, we've already breaking above this. Like my next look on a daily chart is really, I don't know, even higher than this, man. 23, maybe 25, 26. Congratulations on anybody holding CCL. Wow, I guess that vaccine is closer than we thought, Arun.
Yeah, I'm just looking over my Facebook chart, and I'm just regretting this entry completely because I'm looking over it again. I'm like, this was a huge mistake. That 50 break, I shouldn't have put the order out to get in on the break, given how we reacted around this level the first time around. So I should wait for them to settle. And a lot of the times I do wait for them to settle, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I decided to put the order, say, if it gets above 50, get me in. Now I'm in a position I don't want to be in, and I got to wait for the stop. Unfortunately, this is a situation when you make mistakes. Don't cut yourself in the, don't shortchange your position. Trust that what you read as a level holds. Unfortunately, you're in a position where I can't really get out flat, and I also am really close to the stop. So I unfortunately have to wait for the trade to work itself out. But again, we are long above 50, just underneath 90. 277.90 is a stop. The stop is about 60 cents. And we're stuck right in the middle. So we're going to wait for this one there. In the meantime, we're going to go to Brendan. What's up?
A little biopharma stock to mention here, guys. Arbutus, biopharma, we've looked at this one before. Not really seeing anything in the way of headlines on this, but a nice move, 10% back to the upside. We're getting back into some recent high levels for ABUS on decent volume as well. But an hour left in the session over in Europe to go. Valeria's watching what's happening over in Europe. What's up, V?
Hey Brandon, European shares are mostly in a positive territory at this hour. Banco Sabadell is down more than 11% after failing merger talk with BBVA Bank. Back to you.
Yeah, I saw that 190 million shares traded on that over in Madrid today. So all kinds of opportunity there as well, guys.
All right, guys, when you make a mistake, this is how you're going to, this is how I like to manage my position. Like I said, that 278.50 break, I made the mistake of not letting the stock settle. Guess what? It came right back up there, so I just cashed out. I was able to make a penny on it, cover my fees, and I just walked away from this trade. Once it settles in, whatever the price it settles in at, it does what I need it to do for me to actually confidently step into this position. So unfortunately, I got in on a criteria that I wasn't looking forward to. Fix my mistake, and now we're going to move on and wait. Keep an eye on the stock because I still want that long if we can actually settle above that 278.50. But in the event that you ever make a mistake, just understand that you don't need to risk your entire trade or whatever. Just kind of let it go and be like, yeah, it's fine. That's what I was thinking anyways. No, fix your mistakes as they come. If you get the chance to fix them well with the proper exit, in this case, I was able to get out flat. I didn't think I would be able to, but I did. So now I can. I'm out. And once it settles, I'll get back in. What's up, Brendan?
Another one that could be a little bit of a benefiter from Black Friday, guys. GameStop here, GME, just checking on news, but there really isn't any. A couple of positive notes on the overall retail sector going into Black Friday, obviously, and then this morning as well. So 12, almost 13% here for GameStop, guys.
All right, just quick update on DKNG. We are fully out of DKNG. It took us for a ride here through these 5250s. Now coming back into the 20s. I want no part of this trade. It's hesitated once up here in the 40s, and now we went through and came back again. That's an exit for me. I'm out. And you know what? I didn't not give up on PLTR, and guess what? We are coming right back down through that 31. Again, this area was hot. That's why we went short the first time. We rode a 70-cent trade against us. Cash out $1.50. Came all the way back. But again, this trade was hot. Yes, we came off a research report. Yes, it was moving fast and then bounced very quickly, but that's not the full story. I want to see what happens when this thing gets going and everybody wants to get out at the same time.
Yeah, buddy.
Because that kind of crash is what makes a ton of money. So you know what? Let's ride this one out. I had no problem losing $1 on this trade if this one actually kind of takes off with the potential to take off. And of course, after you get out, Facebook just keeps on going. So you know, once this settles in and confirms the buying, I will be back into Facebook, looking to get back in where I just got out. So what do you got though? What do you got there, Sean?
Yeah, good job. I wanted to give a big thank you again to Arun, just crushing it here today. Arun, you've been amazing. Thank you for everything you've added to the show today for sure. Great talk and great hold. And again, you're going to notice that different styles is what we're all about and what you need to be all about. Arun's talked about that a little bit. Neil and I do all the time. Great hold there, Arun, on Palantir. And yeah, we are now into XPEV. Oops. Oh, what I want to say, we just got a whole bunch of members. I meant to shout everybody out, but Arun was just dropping a lot of knowledge there. So I'm going to shout out everybody I can. Shondi, I guess. Good name, I guess. Thank you so much for becoming a member. TFT Daisy as well. I'll find some more here as we go. Maybe I can find them. Maybe Valera. Sandra King, thank you so much for becoming a member. We just got 5 or 6 there right away, and I did want to give a big shout out. Tony Shido, thank you so much for the $5. We will keep up the good work. We don't know any other work to do other than good work for you. So hopefully we can keep on coming with that love, and thank you so much for that, guys, as well. Breaking new out of Iran. Okay. Whatever, Marlon. I don't know what that means. But trade your own personality. It's very, very important. No, I am short XPEV right now with a bottom side out. So we're going to wait to see if we can get that. Don't know where, but XPEV right here, 65, sorry, is going to be the breaking spot on an out, guys.
Yeah, here we go with Facebook now. I've sent the order back to get back in on Facebook. Unfortunately, it's going to be about 10 cents higher than my exit. It is what it is, but at least now I have what I want, which is the information that we can actually sustain some trading above that 50 mark. So now I'm willing to step in, put the right risk back on. I'm going to pay a little bit more the second time around, but that's okay. That's what should have happened the first time, but I made that mistake and I fixed it. But here we are moving on. The DKNG is out, right? So we can move on from that. Palantir is doing what I wanted to do. Again, 32 is still the trailing stop. I want to see what they do when they get through to 29. So if we can get through 29 and keep on going, then I can move the trailing stop. So PLTR is doing that, and Facebook is going to be doing exactly what I wanted to do. So I'll just get back in now on Facebook. Here we are. You see that second green marker. So I am in Facebook now. The stop is still 277, just underneath 278. So I'm going to say 277.90. Again, there's some things that are subjective. It all depends on the person, really, what you see. Everyone's going to see the same chart differently. So in my case, I'm going to see that 278 mark. So I'm just going to put that down through there. Whoa, you know what? Maybe I may want to rethink this trade on Facebook here. But I'm going to keep an eye on this Facebook chart because it's not doing what I wanted to do, given that the futures market is not really moving at all. So you know what? Maybe we might have another decision on Facebook where this is not doing what I wanted to do above this 278 mark. There might be a lot of activity for me in terms of Facebook and how I manage this trade because it is going back and forth on what to do. So that makes me go back and forth on what I want to do. Do I want to be long or do I not want to be long? So that's something to keep an eye out there. You have anything going on there, Sean?
Yeah, we always got something on. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Nothing wrong with questioning some of your trades and going back and forth. Like I'm kind of doing that right now with XPEV here, wondering what we're going to be thinking about. We are short. We are out. Just to let you guys know, we did put in a stop order, man. 65. I think I maybe need to increase this a little bit. It was 65.10, but I'm going to keep that. If it breaks through 65, I want to get out. This name could get super violent, super quick. So we are going to wait on XPEV. That's about the only name that I have on right now. You guys have been wanting to know what's been happening today. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6 for 6 on our ideas today, including XBEV. Even if this goes back up through 65, guys, we don't give back, well, we give back some, but we just dent in some of these longs. And we're doing the show now, so I just want to make sure that everybody understands one thing. You don't have to keep trading, right? We're just giving you guys the news, we're giving you guys the goods, and we're trying to make the best decisions we can with what we see here. We do understand, though, that today's a different day because the market does close at 1 p.m. So we are looking for some more opportunities right now, people getting into some positions before the weekend. I don't think there's anything major happening. We're getting nearly out of earnings season right now, so not really expecting too much over this weekend, but you never know, especially with some of the stuff that's been happening with the virus and whatnot. It does look like, hopefully, fingers crossed, things are getting better on all of that front. I did want to check back on with CCL here, and you guys have been hammering that one, and congratulations, man. We talked about a 22 break. I don't have that. I haven't really believed in too many of these longs on CCL, but to my parish, because upside now, breaking through 22 was a fantastic trade. Congratulations to everybody who has that.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to this Facebook trade. This Facebook trade is in trouble. I'm going to try, given where we are now, I'm going to have to let it go to the stop. But if we can bounce back towards that 50 mark, I'm going to cut this trade. I'm going to walk away. I do not want to be a part of this. This is doing exactly what happened the first time around when I was concerned. And now we kind of broke through, settled in, and now we're trapping out again. So this trade is getting too muddy for me. So I'm going to walk away from this trade as soon as I can get a good price to control my risk at. It's going to be in front of 50. Clearly, I'm not going to get those 50s again. So maybe 35, 40 mark. That's where I'm going to look to get out, try to cut the trade. Because right now it doesn't make any sense, right? Why would I cut the trade 20 cents from its stop when I'm already 50 cents out of the money? So we're going to wait for this one to play out. At this point, I might as well, it's cheaper to take the hit on the stop than it is to get out right here and have it come back up. So we're just going to wait this one out. Again, this trade is in trouble. I'm going to be actively managing this one. And of course, PLTR. Just bouncing around. Let that one go too. What's up, Brendan? He's at the big board.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the overall S&P 500, see what is moving the market so far today. Yeah, a bit of a mixed board. We are in positive territory, 0.35%, but a bit of a mixed board overall. Banking sector is definitely weak on the session, so this group kind of limiting the overall move to the upside. MKTX, a little one there in the diversified group, did report earnings back on Wednesday, so 3% for them, but everything else pretty much downside here. Real estate stocks in negative territory, utilities over there, and this group here, FANG and NOV, 5+% each in the energy sector, along with crude oil to the downside. Tech stocks are leading as far as strength is concerned. The semiconductors specifically having quite the day. AMAT, LRCX, KLAC, and AVGO all kind of 1.5 to 2.5% in positive territory here. Hardware makers are positive, even with FLIR 2.5% downside. You can see the software names pretty mixed here. They are positive overall. PayPal there standing out as negative on the day, and ACAM as well, 1.5% to the upside. There's Etsy. We talked about Etsy in the consumer group to the upside today, 7.5%. Look right below it there. L Brands, though, 3% to the downside. So kind of offsetting a little bit. eBay and Pool, the other big gainers on the day in the retail sector. Yeah, here's all the cruise lines here. CCL leading the way. Even Norwegian, 4.5% to the upside for Norwegian. Some of the hotels are here too. Wynn, MGM, and RCL there as well. Hilton is over here, still negative. Yum Brands there, just noticed popping up 0.6% for Yum Brands to the upside. Durable goods makers are negative as well. So this group is positive, but ever so slightly because of these ones over here still in negative territory. It's a holiday, so we are looking at a bit of a mixed session. Worth noting as well, healthcare stocks doing quite nicely, very positive on the day. About 0.36% for the S&P, guys. Back over to you.
Oh man, yeah, okay, so I just made a mistake here. I got into Netflix. It was not the stock that I was supposed to get into. It was I had the wrong level 2 up. So now I got to try to get out of this position that I have no interest in being. So 488.03 is the entry. I'm trying to cut this trade. In the event that you guys ever make a mistake, this is, just be calm about it and try to figure out a way out without interrupting the stock, because the stock has got a 20-cent spread, 25-cent spread. So can't get in too much or get out too quickly here. So I'm going to look to get out. And of course, Facebook guys, I got out of that one there at 278.40, just in front of 50. That was my exit. It was too messy for me. I want no part of this. And it looks like Netflix, I'm just going to have to take a 20-cent hit here on Netflix because I want no part of that trade. In the meantime, JWN.
Ain't bad.
In the meantime, JWN is bouncing off that 15 area, 2650 area. Remember, 2650 going down to 26 even. That was the area that I was keeping an eye on right through here. So we are bouncing. That is good. If we get into that 27 area, remember 2850 was the first mark. So we're kind of wedged in here between 26 and 2850. Potential shorts around the 2740, 50 area. So that's an area to keep an eye on as well. And we are out of that mistake that was Netflix. So finally, 20-cent hit, it is what it is. I don't want to take the hit, but at the same time, I don't want to be in the position. So it's better off you just take your hit and walk away instead of hoping that it comes back flat. Sometimes you get the opportunity, but like in this case, Facebook, I got the opportunity. Well, the first time I got the opportunity because I wasn't sure. The second time I had to get out of this, I wanted no part of it, so I just got out. And same thing with Facebook as well, or Netflix as well. Take the 20-cent hit, walk away, save your money for another day. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, I was going to say that's perfect talk. I mean, that's exactly what we're doing on the show, guys, and trying to give you an indication of what we're thinking and why exactly we are thinking it. I did want to give a big shout out. There's been a whole bunch of members recently, man, Arun. I think you're good luck today. Yeah, a whole bunch. I'm going to try to find them as I scroll through. DJ J Habit, thank you so much for becoming a member. You're Tuffy Packs, Ballistic Shields. There you go. Thank you so much for. I better be careful on some of these names, but so far so good on this. Stephen M, thank you so much, Stefan. Stephen, thank you so much. YouTunes, Yunez Tufek, thank you for that $5 as well. Canadian, that's good. What up to our Canadian friends as well. Teroon, thank you for the Neo Short. You are welcome. I mean, you're the one, I say this all the time on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter as well. But you're the one hitting the keys, guys. Yeah, and I'm just so humbled that you're trusting, like Arun and I, with some of these trades that you guys are putting on. Thank you so much, Jose, for the $10. Roki One, you're always here supporting us. So thank you for that as well. And a few more. Tressa Guy, nice member as well. Thank you. I don't know how many members that was today so far, Valeria, but that's a lot. So thank you so much for that. We can go to Valeria when we're ready, and she will talk all about members, but I haven't gotten the okay yet for that one. So whenever you...
Hey, Sean, you might want to take a look at mRNA. It is on absolute...
What is up with Moderna?
Fire, just absolute fire. Since we broke that 117, it is at 130 now. While we're waiting for this, let's go to Valeria. Right?
Yes, Arun, I would like to talk about likes. We just hit 1,400 likes. Guys, thank you very much, but our daily goal is 2,500. So please be kind and hit thumbs up if you haven't yet. Back to guys.
We're still a little away from that goal. We're a little away, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, thank you so much. Like, look, all I have to do is talk about you. Kartik, thank you so much. Did I miss another one? I hope not. Roki One and Kartik, thank you so much again, guys. We love that. We should get 5,000 likes. I agree. Welcome to the Dragon's Den, the layer here for us all, guys, as we continue to go. Talk about Dragon's Den. Shout out to our good friend Kevin O'Leary, who's been on the show before. Okay, XPEV, I see you. We are going short on XPEV. We just take a quick little scalp there of 20 cents on that. We take them out at 50, 55 there. It hasn't broken yet, so we're going to wait, but there's our short. It's the only position that we have on, and we're looking for it to break lower. Let's go, XPEV. Let's go. We're short right now, 74. See if we can get this one to come in right now for us. It just needs to break 50. We'll get touched out here in the 20s, hopefully, and then we'll watch for 63.80 to break. We're hella short XPEV right now. Not hella short, but we are short with some size following it down. Remember where our outs are, guys, back up here to 65, but we just did capture a little bit of profit, so feeling pretty good on that trade right now. That is XPEV. CCL coming back down. I guess we can always look at NEO. That's another name that a lot of you guys like.
Yeah, I'm just I'm looking at PLTR. It's doing what I want it to do, is just catching some selling from above. So every time we bounce, we catch more selling, put in lower highs. This is a 5-minute chart, by the way, as we dip back in. So I'm looking forward to see how this plays out, because if they actually blow this selling over the top, if they get through it all, then there's real potential that the 32 is back in play here. But if they can continue this and grind it down, then there's a real chance that we go to the lows. So, and that's what I'm banking on, right? I'm sure just underneath 31. So I'm looking for them to go towards the lows. But while this is happening, I am just keeping an eye on mRNA. It is just absolutely insane. Now, it bounced right off this 130. It went to 130.07 before it bounced off. But like, it is so thin. You can see the level too. This is what it looks like. There's like next to no volume. The closest volume, I can't even find anything that's more than 1,000 shares. They just keep flashing in and out. So we don't even, I don't have the time of sales up here on this one. So you don't even know if it's actually being traded there. So it is really thin, no surprise, right? When a stock goes from 117 to 130 this quickly, it's going to be this thin and expect it. And of course, Facebook is doing this. So this opens up a door for potential short. So here's the issue, or here's the way I'm going to look at this. First time around, I marked off 278.50. I wanted the long, but they fell off. The second, then we snapped above 278.50 real quick, but then we hesitated a little bit. Then looked like we came in, settled above, so I went long again, and then the trade was in trouble. So now what I'm going to do is once we get through that 277.90, which we're at now, I'm going to go ahead and send the order. I'm going to go for the short because this is a failed breakout for me. So why not? There we go. 277.92 is my entry. Why not take the short? If there's a failed trade where we've already bounced the first time, we failed the first time, we got below, and then tried it 2 more times. At this point, it's worth the risk. You've got to take your shot on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shot on the short side and look for that failed breakout trade because there's breakout trades and then there's failed trades as well that are just as good, if not better sometimes, depending on the stock, depending on the setup, and depending on how many people are trapped above. And I'm looking forward to see if we can actually get back down towards that 276.50 and 276 even mark. What's up, Brendan?
There's been a few of these today. I'm going to talk about this one, ASAN. We've mentioned a couple in the software group today. This is another one just popped up once again through 28 there at day highs and on volume. So recent addition, or recent IPO, I should say, but right back to basically where this thing started when it debuted way back in September. So nice day again for ASAN, up about 9%, guys.
You want to talk about a nice day? Thank you so much, Brendan, for that. Let's unplug some of these EV vehicles today, guys, and we're doing that exactly right now with XPeng. Nice little 43-cent win. It's the only trade I've had on for the last little bit here. I'm looking for more, guys. That's why I said, what the heck is up with Moderna today? I mean, we already know about it. We've talked about this stock a couple times, but we haven't traded it. So that's where I'm wondering, like, yeah, did we miss the boat on this for sure? And I have to apologize. My brain is a little bit today as we come back from the nice vacation. I want to say belated happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and I hope you're enjoying Black Friday. Everyone's going to be looking for a TV. Hopefully after some of these wins today, we can grab one. I've got a 65-inch Samsung, something or other, 4K HD. I don't know. I'd like to get a little bit bigger, but of course the wife looks at me and is like, you know, that TV's fine. And then, you know, of course, when it's up, as it's not on the wall, we have like a stand, so it's fitting in a perfect spot. So I may be fine with that TV. We are building like a little playroom kind of thing in the basement for the kids. We have a TV on the wall there, but that's good to look at. And oh yeah, if you don't have like an Amazon Echo or a Google Play Home Mini or something like that, those things that tend to be pretty good and on sale as well. I don't know what Peloton's doing. mRNA 130. This is like all-time new levels here. Brendan, if you can again just refresh my mind here on Moderna, because like this is up 18.5%. Brent, I'm not sure if they got a deal with somebody today. Like I said, let's hear.
Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier, guys. There was a couple of things. The Ontario government, so here in Canada, the Ontario government specifically mentioned Moderna as possibly one of the first vaccines to be approved here in this province in Canada. And the second thing was there was a Goldman Sachs upgrade on mRNA as well. Okay, so that would make sense there. So, I mean, the upgrade, does it make sense though, up 18%? I don't know. I mean, our government, I guess, buying some vaccines is a good news there. Okay, I did want to do this quickly because we crushed those JWN options that I gave you guys on Tuesday for Wednesday's earnings there. Went 500% the money. Let's see what we can do here. SOL has earnings on Tuesday. Let's find out about holding some of those. So I'm going to look at that, throw it to Arun now, and I'll get back to you guys on SOL.
You know, you're talking about shopping on Black Friday. You're looking for a new TV. So you guys know me. Everyone who's seen me on the show, you know I'm a BlackBerry user. I do not care for iPhones and all that stuff. So I have my trusted BlackBerry, yes. And I talked that nonsense about the iPhone. Unfortunately, my wife is a complete opposite. She is a huge iPhone user, and she decided to go ahead and get herself the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
There you go. You got the iPhone on the screen now. Already.
Yeah, so now she goes into the iPhone, and I'm like, you know what? If you're going to buy that, I'm going to go ahead and buy something else. So I'm looking for a TV, like I said, but I'm looking for, you know, you got the 65-inch. I'm looking for that. I did some research here, and it seems like the OLED TV seems to be really, really good. So I'm looking for the TV that is the 65-inch OLED screen. Very hard to find on Black Friday, apparently. They are selling fast given the discounts that are out there in the market. So there's a lot of back orders well, not even some TVs you can't even get back orders on, so they're just completely sold out, period. So that is my Black Friday shopping, and hopefully some of the money that I'm making here today will cover the cost that is going around Black Friday for us, me and my wife both. So here we are with PLTR. We are grinding. What's that?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, we are grinding through PLTR here. If we just keep on going, this is what I'm looking for. Top end short, top end selling through the top, or selling through the top, looking for lower highs every time. If we can just keep on grinding towards this 229, I think we really have a chance to kind of break down. I'm looking for it to open up. Again, my whole reason for holding this entire position, well, not entire position, the second half of this position is to get that flush. And if we don't get that flush by noon, I think by the time this show closes out, if we don't get that flush, I am going to be out of this position. Because at that point, very unlikely that we're going to get some sort of move that continues this trade on. Facebook here. We are flirting with that 278, but I'm okay with this. The fact that we kind of failed almost 3 times here in this 278 half area gives me confidence to hold on to this trade. So the high is still, or the high is going to be the stop on this breakdown. So 277.92 is my entry. 279.15 or so is about my stop. We're going to let that one play out. So I've only got 2 trades, and of course that Netflix. Aren't I glad that I cut this trade with a 20-cent hit? Because that could have easily been almost a $2 hit if I just decided to hold on. So again, cut your losses if you don't, if the read that you made is either a mistake, or if you just have too many shares, or if you don't think that your read is just right just yet. So be patient, and of course, if you don't think it's there, get out, because this is what you might be able to avoid if you do that. In the meantime, we're going to go to Brendan with our update on the big board.
Hey guys, yeah, currency time. Let's talk cryptocurrencies first. Want to touch on Bitcoin because we had that huge move back to the downside yesterday while everyone was enjoying Turkey. Yeah, huge move, 30% in fact to the downside for Bitcoin. It's adding an additional 3% on top of that today in negative territory, 16,500. Once again. So that reversal came. One of the most popular platforms, the CEO was talking about regulatory things starting to come into the crypto world yesterday. So that kind of triggered that move downside, 3% as well. Ethereum following suit here, back to 500 for Ethereum. Everything else pretty quiet. The euro, the Canadian dollar, both in positive territory. 77 now for the CAD there, Sean. The euro 0.3% coming up to $1.20 for the euro. British pound downsider, it's basically flat. Japanese yen, Swiss franc, pretty quiet on the day. Both the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar as well in positive territory, 0.4% for both of those guys. Back over to you.
Not good news there, Brendan, about the dollar. Nah, I mean, that's okay. The Canadian dollar is what it is. We'll watch that, 77 cents. Those of you trading currencies, Canadian dollar could get stronger and stronger here, especially with the oil market doing what it's doing. We're back in. We're not back in. We are now in. I know, Arun, you had FSEL earlier as well, but now it breaks through $10. We actually waited for that early when we talked about FSEL. I think, Arun, you took a 40 or 50 cent win on this, which was nice for a $9 name. You can see the profits at the bottom if you guys look at that. So right now we're into FSEL. We actually got 07s there. I don't know how that happened exactly. So we got a little bit of a bad price. I guess the liquidity dried up pretty good there on a $10 break. We get 07s. That seems strange, but we'll take it. Well, we don't have a choice. We'll go up to 15 here. We'll get a little bit out right now on the day's high, but here goes FSEL with a beautiful runner. And look at XPeng. Again, this is $64. Like, this is what I do. We sit there and we get out of XPeng at a key level. So right now we still have 30%, 30% of XPeng here in 3 times and then out half of those every time. So it's actually 40% right now of XPeng still on board. I'm still waiting for this break though of 64.90, see if that can come through. And here we go, FSEL. We did it again, like Sean, like we're trading everything. We haven't done the floss yet, but we will floss it off because here it goes. FSEL out right there again at 20. So in at 07 there, out at 20 for a nice little ripper to the high side. We're trading everything today, guys. AMD's been a big win. Neo, Palantir, even Tesla. We were long and in and out of that one really fast. And then XPEV, we've been in that for a while. And Palantir, obviously, the name that just keeps on moving around. 115 million shares on a half day. Not too shabby.
Yeah, FSEL, lovely. When you said 10, I was like, really?
I know, you had that.
Yeah, that was my entry. That was my first exit. Look at my second exit, just below 40.
Oh man, that happens to everybody.
And then here we are, just about 10. Lovely. Okay, so that's what FSL did to me today. Okay, let's just move on to PLTR. That's the update that I've got. The fact that we're bouncing off this 30, it seems like we've lost a little bit of that steam from above. So I've just completely moved out of the way of this trade. I've locked in the 40 cents or so on my second half of my position. So $1.50 on the first half, 40 cents on the second half. Walk away from this trade because it is not the pressure that I was looking forward to. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be just enough to take through this 29.50 just yet. So that at that point, I'm just like, you know what? If there's enough strength to keep us afloat after the initial bounce, then maybe I don't want to be in this short. So walk away some profit while I still have it. And of course, Facebook is just flirting with this 278 mark. We're going to wait on this one here. Again, I'm risking just over $1.20, I think I'm risking. A 277.90 with 279.15 as a stop. We're going to wait for this one. I'm looking forward to see if this can actually, because of the fact this one actually trapped well 2 times, I'm looking forward to running this trade through the bottom. So I'm going to be patient with this one. If I need to take the hit, I'll take the hit. But we're going to wait on that one there. That's the only position I've got now. Now that I'm out of PLTR, that's the only position I've got left. And you know what? I considered it. This is not my game. This is not my cup of tea. But I did consider Moderna, the 130 break. I know for that quick scalp, jump in, get out, get in, get out. I don't know. It depends on how much volume is at 130. It seems to be very thin. If there a decent amount of volume comes in at 130, and then we can actually play the break with some decent size, then yeah, I want to jump in there, take a quick trade. But if there's no volume, if it's as thin as it is now, and it just keeps on going, you're not going to get shares. You're going to have to hit the dark pools, and even then, you don't know how much is there. So that's not. I don't want to be part of that. I want to see how much is in the lit market, which is the visible market at least. If we can get through that. So there's a lot of different strategies that you can kind of apply to this, but the one that I like to see is if there's enough volume that's willing to be shown at 130, then I think taking a break of 130 is an option. Otherwise, just stay away from it. It's pretty thin, it's pretty illiquid, it's hard to read on the level 2, and the chart's just straight up, so I don't know how to read this. But in the meantime, we're gonna go back to Sean. I know he's making money, he's always making money. I'm just sitting here waiting, he's always making money, so we'll see what he's got going on.
Please blush, not always. This FSL trade right here, we're trying to make money on this trade, and so far not so good, but we go in and out there. We're giving back to 989. I'm just joking, it's a pretty good trade. We'll wait to see on this one as it goes upside now. FSL 1025 was a stop spot there. We probably should have got out on the quarters, everything. That's the same way we trade XPEV, right? I mean, that's why we got out down here at 64, what is this? 12 there, because we're not letting it go to 64 tested and then rip back up like it just did 60 cents. So like we haven't hit this one at all today, but I consider sometimes when we make these kind of trades basically perfect trades, because you get out here at the bottom, even if it continues to tank, like you get out there and then you have a chance to reload if you really do like it. I'm not sure I like the reload on XPEV right here. It's not really dancing as much as we thought, only up now that 0.5%, so we will look at that. Okay, Roki 1. We did talk about SOL there. So the only problem is SOL also stands for something out of luck. And unfortunately right here, your SOL, because I don't know that much about this stock. Right here, the short interest, 0 right now. I don't have anything on here. I'm gonna go to Brendan in a minute about the short. This is shortsqueeze.com. We're not affiliated with these guys at all. We're not affiliated with anybody other than Day Trade the World, so please check them out. But I don't see anything on here. And then so only the next thing I can do is tell you we're up 35% today, heading into earnings. That's a little shady to me. Up 35%. I think it may be a lot of people getting in thinking that the report's going to be great. But look, I believe it was Roki 1. I apologize if it wasn't, but look, Roki, man, 550 today, up to 7 and change. This to me seems like a juicy options play. You're probably paying too much for the volatility on this, so I don't recommend it. Let's hear what Brendan has. And look, I don't know that much about the stock, so that's the very first thing I can tell you. Nordstrom's, I knew about it because of the shopping, and I knew what kind of impact their new online had.
Sean, Tesla's getting closer and closer.
Quickly.
It's a solar guys, a solar company from China. If we can go to my screen, Robbie, real quick, we can show this. There we go. You can see SOL, Rensola from China. It's a construction company. They build solar projects. Here's the short interest that I have. 1% right there on the short side, guys.
Tesla keeps going closer and closer. It is reaching, or it is trying to get to that 600 mark. You know, if we get to 600, you know stops are going to go off above there because everybody wants a piece of that round number. It is hesitating. It is catching some bids through the bottom as well. So you know there's some buy pressure through the bottom, at least all the way down to 590. So we are hesitating, slowly getting closer and closer to that 590 mark as we kind of creep towards. If we can get through that 600, I'm very curious to see what happens if we actually settle in or if we just blow the stops out and then come right back in. That's the problem. So it'll be interesting. If that happens, then I think the short side becomes in play below 590. What's up, Brendan? Or not. We're going to Valeria at the big board.
Hey guys, European shares are mostly in a positive territory at this hour, except for Switzerland down 0.25% and Britain is down 0.04%. Germany is up 0.46% and Spain is up 0.78%. Banco Sabadell is down more than 12%, trading in Madrid after failing merger talks with BBVA Bank. Back to traders.
I see some people talking. You're welcome, Roki1, for the thank you on that. Sorry, Renasola. I don't know too much about it, but I think we did a good job there with that. And that just goes, again, not only just on my opinion, Brandon's opinion, Rune's opinion on stocks. What we really want you guys to understand is how we're thinking about them, right? And why we're thinking about these things and what we look for when we're trying to make said plays, because that's really, it doesn't matter today's plays, right? It's what's going to happen tomorrow. That's really the most important thing. And what happens today is already done, right? So we can always look back and say, oh man, we missed that Tesla trade. Why did we get up? But we have to look forward. And I'm with you, Arun. I'm just going to wait. Tesla, this is too choppy. Like normally, like unless you're patient enough to only be watching Tesla, and again, that's what some traders do. Like I've traded today 8 stocks, we're 8 for 8, so that's fine, but no, 7 for 7. But ultimately, if you're stuck on Tesla and watching, maybe you do pick some up down here at 590 on that VWAP. But other than that tank down, which might have been nervous, there hasn't been many trades here in Tesla. We're already an hour and a half in. And Tesla really, forget it. I was going to use my hand to cover up the screen, but you guys can't see that. If I take away, and I don't know, how can I do this? So this move here. Okay, just like that. If we take away this first move here, opening at 930, making a nice little, basically $20, let's call it $15 move to the high side, you've really been struggling in here. So we're going to wait for that break of 600 there. So that's going to be my play on Tesla. I think, Arun, that's what you were talking about as well. Are you going to go long, or do you like the fade of 600 here?
There's no way I'm taking the break of 600. Absolutely not. There's too much interest. Here's the problem. When there's too much interest, it means everybody tries to get in the door at the same time, which pushes prices further than they need to be. So what I want to see is when we get through 600, it'll be a when, not if. When we get through 600, what happens? Can we actually stay above, settle in, trade well above 600? Yeah, I might miss the first $5 pop or whatever, but it's Tesla. It's $5 is nothing for those stocks. So if we can actually settle in above 600, then I think there's a potential trade. The flip side of this is here. This is the 15-minute chart. I'm going to zoom this down to the 5-minute chart. There's a lot of buying happening in front of 590. The flip side of this trade is if it comes back into the 592, 593 and sets up well, you might actually be able to catch this before the 600 breaks, meaning go with the volume on the buy side here at the bottom, catch a bounce, and then the 600 goes. Because that 600 break is going to be quite aggressive, to say the least, because it's a round number, right? Yeah. It's a number that we haven't reached yet. So anytime we reach a round number that for the first time, stops are settled above there. There's a bunch of people that, if they're shorting Tesla, they probably have stops around numbers, above round numbers. But depending on what the dark pool looks like above 600, we could actually get through 600, come back in with the dark pools. There's a lot that can happen at 600, which makes me kind of stay away from it. And because I'm not a scalper, I don't want to initially go in for the quick dollar, the $2 off a break like that, because it's just too hectic for me. So I like my positions kind of settled in, working their way in, or kind of like settle in and then let them trade out. Like a trade, I know in the chat, I was just looking at the chat, NNOX, someone pointed this out. Yeah, it's absolutely on fire. It's from $50 to $54. It just popped when it's high as almost 55. Problem with this is, how do I trade this? This is for a certain style of trading. For my style of trading at this point, if I was able to catch it at 50, 51, I may have had the opportunity to actually play this one out. But because it's gone so fast like this on the chart, I can't get it. And this is for the scalpers and the quick guys that are getting in and out very quickly. But for my style, again, this is not something that I'm going to look at. But what I am going to do is Tesla, if we can get down to 593 and find a bid, then maybe, you know what, maybe I want to catch this before it actually goes through 600 and just catch a bounce.
Guys, Palantir, yeah, good talk. I will. So this is, again, what we talk about, knowing your style, right, guys? I am a scalper, so I will take that break of 600 and try to get it out relatively quickly and not hold. But I do understand now, and thanks, Arun, for bringing that to all of our attentions there, that there is going to be some high side problems at 600 there because, again, it's like such a psychological event breaking through those levels. So you definitely got to keep your eyes out for those breaks for sure. And I think that that's going to be one on Tesla 600. We can go back over to it just to see what it's doing right this second. Not much, but I do have an order to go long, so watch out. I'm only crossing 50 cents. Like, I'm not going to pay $2 or $3. So if I miss the 600, I miss the 600, and that's fine by me. That could happen pretty easily because I'm only crossing up 50 cents on that play. Okay, XPEV, another little talk right now. We're short at, what price was that? As I look, 64.75. So I do have a plan of action here to get out of this, at least half of what we have left right here. If it breaks back above 64.50, like normally I wouldn't take 25 cents on XPEV, but look at what's happening right now. I cannot get over some of these moves in this space right now. There's not much happening. Like, you go crazy off the open, 65 to 68, pulls all the way back down $4, and now we're in like a 50-cent range over the last hour. So I think something's up with some of these stocks, and I mean, whatever, it's just getting a lot of steam out of it. I think there's, again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Oh, I want to do one more thing here, because those of you that are watching us, thank you so much. Still near 6,000 watchers, which is very impressive. We didn't think we maybe not even get there on Thanksgiving. Here it is, guys. Follow us, 8:30. We're still the 3 hours. We're still going to be here. Arun will come a little earlier. We'll all be here a little earlier. 8:30 next show, guys, on Monday. So get ready to rock and roll. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself, and then come back live with us on Monday at 8:30. Some Palantir talk quickly. So XPEV, I'm going to wait till the bottom break. So that's straight. We do have that on. FCell, we're holding that. I gave you this out. It goes all the way down, does not break. So we're still in it. We're going to get out at 19 now. Valeria, look how early it is right now. It's 11:10. And what did we just hit?
2,000 of likes.
There we go. I hope your mic was on for that one, guys. 2,000 of likes. Thank you so much to everybody. An early 2,000. So roll it. Let's see if we can't go Superman today. All-time high likes. I'm not sure what that is. Valeria can look that up. But let's try to get to 2,500 today. I want to give a big thank you to Arun as well, holding down fort for us today. And yeah, you guys are right. There it is right there, guys. Happy Turkey Day. Those are cool emojis. I got to find those turkey emojis. Where are all that? 2K likes. Wow. Yeah, we're going to get there. I agree with you, man. Let's go to 2.5K. What up, B?
Another one to add to the list here, guys. Remember this Amethyst AMTX? We were talking about this one going back a week or so. They had some negative news regarding one of the trials that they were working on. Just popping up here. 7% today, back to the upside. Held $2 on the test this morning. Relative volume, the story here. It's doing about 50 times what it normally does. So a big volume day for AMTX.
All right, I'm looking at these charts with positions that I've got. DKNG, we're fully out, but it's continuing on. It's okay. That was properly managed, so I'm okay with getting out of that one. Facebook is still flirting with that 278. Bounces almost as high as 278.50. Again, this is a setup that I actually want. I like that 278.50 mark just because of the amount of action we're getting around there. So I'm okay with the short being where it is. PLTR, we're out. We got out 30.5, and you see that it's back down to 29.90. Clearly, there's still some selling that is still above. So this might just continue doing what it was doing before. It kind of bounced a quick flush, not a quick flush, but a quick move up towards that 31, and now it's right back down to doing what it was doing before. So you know what? There's a real possibility that this does keep on going towards the lows. Of 32 would have been my trailing stop, but I am out. I also have no desire to get back in, even though it might flirt around, because it seems to be going in both directions, right? There's buying through the bottom around that 29.50. They're selling above that 30.5. That means I got to risk $1 to see. I got to get back to 31 just to see what's down below. It's not worth the risk at this point for me, so I'm going to walk away from this trade. And Tesla, here we are, Tesla. Come back under that 595 again. If we can settle in around 593, 592 in that area and actually find a buy setup, then I think risking $2, $3, $4 in this area is worth taking a shot. Because if I take that trade, the only way I would ever get out is if we hit 600, meaning it's a $3 risk or it's a $3 hit, or we're making some money off the 600 break. So there's no way I would get out if I get those prices, because at that point, you're not going to get that risk-reward ratio again. So I am looking for some longs in those prices, and we're just going to wait. We're just doing a whole lot of nothing. We're just waiting on that one Facebook trade. In the meantime, we'll go to Brendan. What's up?
Not seeing anything additional on this one, but just noted work here. Slack Technologies, new day high there on a volume spike. So we are positive once again. If you remember, after that flush off the open, big reversal, 38 up to 40.75, guys.
Okay, so just, we will look at that. I just want to give everyone a quick update. We are into Moderna right now. So Moderna short. I like this trade. The reason why we like this trade, and we missed it, and I want to we need to have like a pie in our face here a little bit. We'll just unplug on Moderna. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. We missed the trade here, guys. We should have been short when Arun and I were talking about this. I think Arun mentioned it. I'm not sure. I apologize. No, Arun right now is only short Facebook. But this 130 was so juicy, man, up there. And that's when we talked about it. If you guys remember, I hope you do anyways, when Brendan, Brendan, Arun, and myself, and Neil, were talking about this, I don't know if Neil was or not, this 130 level upside rate there. And yeah, that would have been a good one. Remember we were talking about like, hey, I don't know why they're up, and it was on some news from our government here and a few other things about Moderna. But I think this is overdone here today, up 16%. Let's hold a short now. We just got to break 126.58. We're short right here, man, at this price. You can take it with us, 70s. So we'll wait to see here. I think VWAP is possible. I also think a 125 area is also possible. Here it goes, already working for us right now, Arun.
Yeah, you know, when I was talking about Tesla around 600, I talked about dark pools and stuff. So I just want to clarify. I know there's some questions in the chat about dark pools. It's just hidden volume. There's a ton of it throughout the market. What you see on the screen is not actually the volume that's available. There's markets that are hidden behind the scenes that if you have dark pool access, you can actually hit. We have keys. So if I wanted to start hitting dark pools, if I wanted to get shares, you know, a lot of times you see these big wicks. These are dark pool prints. That's exactly what's below, behind the market, the visible market at the very least. So if you want some volume without affecting the stock at all, the first place you look, say I want to get into Moderna, a ton of shares on Moderna. Well, you know what? I'm going to go through the dark pools first, because if I wanted a decent amount of shares, then it's going to cost me quite a bit given the spread and given how thin it is. So you go after the dark pools first if you have the access, and then you work through the lit market. So there's different things. As retail traders, there's a lot of things that you don't initially think of or get access to depending on your platform. So we are with DTW, and we have direct market access. So we have ability to go right into single ECNs. You see, we can go to ARCA if I wanted ARCA shares, if I want to route the entire level. Say if I want to go through 40.75 and take all the shares here on work, I can go through every single ECN. Or if I wanted to go directly into the dark pool, we go into the dark pools. That's kind of the advantage of having direct market access. Not everyone does. So just understand that sometimes when we get in and out of trades, and you guys are thinking, what about our fees? They're very low because of the fact that we are kind of right in there with the market. We can get in, get out, control our fee structure. While we're doing this, 41 even is what I'm looking at. Work is grinding its way back through the market here. 41, that's the high. If we can get through there, I think we can put 39.50 as a stop, $1.50 on the risk, and let it go. It's taking its time, which is great, because that builds confidence in the fact that it's not willing to snap back and forth. That means there's sustained buy pressure that is willing to grind this market up. If we can get through 41, then I think the 41 break is in play. And of course, Facebook. Where's Facebook? Here we go. Facebook is still flirting with that 48 mark. And again, I'm looking at that 48.50. That's what I was looking for selling. I was looking for a trap. That's what it looked like. So I'm going to hold on to my trade. 279.15 is my stop on this trade. And I am short 277.92. Again, I'm looking. First target, 277.92. If I'm risking just over $1, I'm going to have to try to make just over $1 risk-reward ratios, right? So first target here is about 276.50. That's going to make me about $1.30 or so, exactly where I want it to be. That's the first target, and we're going to let it go. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, you talk about $1 target. Okay, like again, there's no crystal ball here. All we're doing again is we're trying to give you guys as many great trades as we possibly can. How about this Moderna trade right here, guys? $1.50 $50 now in the money and still going to the downside. We just shorted this thing, right? I shorted it against myself. It went about 20 or 30 cents. I told you guys you could have this one against you as well with me. So here we go, man. Nice little $1.50 to the downside. I gave it a target of this 125. We went to 125.23. So if that's not worthy of a belly dance, I don't know what is. And then here we go as well. XPEV, we're still in the money, 70 cents on this name as well. So XPEV to the downside, 70-cent winner, and Moderna down to 125 and change. I think now we're getting close to, I mean, it's 11.20. Moderna, could it bounce off VWAP? It could, but I think I'm going to put an order downside here, maybe 125 and just cash out of this one. See if we can't put $2 in our pocket on Moderna out of nowhere. Man, this is one of my, look, it probably is my best day this month. What's up, Brandon?
I was just going to mention NVAX starting to fade off these levels as well. The other one that was kind of moving around on that same kind of vaccine hype this morning, huge move up, 25+%, failed at 130 here, so a little bit of a lower high put in there for NVAX as well, starting to turn around.
I did want to give a big thank you to a recent member. I just saw Abus Hype Boy, Abbas Hype Boy. Thank you so much for joining up on the show. And here we go. Do we put an order? No, we do not. Bang! Moderna coming into the money once again for us. If you guys are short on that one, pigs get slaughtered. I'm debating getting out right now. This is a $3 winner on Moderna. We go short here, 127. It's at 124. Tank City. Boom! What a trade on this one again. We turned bearish on Moderna. What up, Moderna? This is a $4 winner out of nowhere again. $4 on Moderna. This is 11.20 right now. Oh yeah, XPEV cracks. Boom on XPEV as well, guys. What a monster day this is, Arun. You can come back any day, my friend.
If it works out for you, great.
It does.
So here we are back on Facebook here. We're waiting on this one here. Again, it looks like it's going to start sliding soon. Just keep in mind, guys, we're closing, the market's going to be closed at 1 o'clock. So it's about hour 45 left in the market. So noon would technically be the final hour of trading from 12 to 1, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time, by the way, would be the final hour of trading. So that's almost equivalent to 3 to 4 p.m. So understand that the volume, it's been pretty quiet so far, in the futures market especially. And the volume towards the end, the final half hour, 15 minutes, the volume will pick up. How much it picks up depends really on how much trading needs to be done from the broker side, on the floor broker side. But at the same time, expect more volume towards the end of the day as you would a normal day, right? A lot of people want to kind of close out their positions and go for the weekend. So expect some volume. And looks like we're getting some of that sell side volume on Facebook finally after kind of flirting around. Again, first target is 276.50. That's it's $1.30. And Sean's over there banging the table because he's making a ton of money. What's going on there, Sean?
It's just, thank you so much. We're just going to rein it in today. This is now by far my best day this month. It might even be the best day even in October, from October back to November. That's not true. But it's getting close. We hammered that square trade. It was a great one. Look, we just took this off. And again, I hit enter, we get out, and whether or not this is perfect or not, that's my out. That's on the tape, and it's right there, guys. We get out on that dip, breakthrough there. We put a bid, and we get run over for $4 winner there in 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, by the way, bang, again on XPEV. Yeah, you called that right, Valeria. It's a cowbell winner on XPEV as we go short. That's 3 times the money right there, and now we break down lower. That's a $1 winner. We're $1.20 now in the money on XPeng, and man, oh man, what a day. I haven't even looked at the chat. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying the show. This has been a crushing kind of day here so far today. Look at the damage we've been doing on these stocks. This is $1.20 in the money, and we are just doing it. We say WTF market. You think you can take money from us? No, you cannot. What is up, Brendan?
Another one quietly having quite the day here. Tech Resources, guys, just made a new day high, up 4.8%. So still showing all kinds of relative strength, even with the market doing absolutely nothing. So I really got to dig in and find the ones doing the volume and making the moves as we've been showing you. 4.8% for Tech Resources, guys.
All right, what do we got going on here? Tesla, remember, in that 593 area, this is a 15-minute chart, by the way. 593, I'm looking for some sort of buy action because that 600 is so magnetic that if I can catch a long here, I'm not going to automatically step into a long. That's an absolute no-no. So if this breaks through the 589, I think the shorts are in play. But if we can actually settle in and catch a bid and start to set up in some way, then I think there's a possibility of jumping in with the low risk towards the 600 break. That's what I'm looking forward to, but I'm also open to the idea of shorting Tesla. Yes, I know a lot of people will be like, no, but you got to be willing to kind of play both ways. We are day traders here. I know Sean likes to give some long-term calls, but most of us, well, I know I am, and so is Anil. We kind of, at least on screen, we are taking shots here as a day trader. I trade on the longer end. Sean trades on the much faster scalping side. Everyone has their own approach. We are day traders. Some suggestions for long-term plays. I know Sean's loving that PLTR from down below $10.
Thanks,
so
bud.
he's riding that one out. But most of the trades that we're here, we're out by the end of the day. So, just take for what it is. It is day trading as much as we can, explaining as much as we can. And hopefully you guys, if you guys are day trading as well, you can just jump on board, maybe follow suggestions, maybe not, but at the same time, do your own analysis. Do not just blindly follow someone else, whether it's us, it doesn't matter. Just don't blindly follow someone else. Take your time and do your own research before you take your own trades. That's all I can really say. And talk about slay,
You're slaying things over
Facebook.
there.
Finally, we get going on Facebook, 25 cents in the money. Now I just need this thing to start accelerating. Again, 276.50 is the first target. That's all I've got for now.
All right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. Record high for likes right now, and it's 11:20. So we give a big bang and give a big shout out to Arun there. Great talk there. And I also go, let's go again right now, guys. The energy's here, man. We are here today, and this has just been a great day for us. We're going to go hot dogs for everybody. Where's my hot dog gun, Rob? We've talked about that a couple times. 63. Look at this going down. 62.85. XPEV, Arun. $2 in the money now as this one is tanking to the downside. We love what we're doing here. And look, if you can't tell, I absolutely love my job. I hope you guys do as well. Like, I had never done anything media-wise or anything before this. It was nice and calm and collective. Sure, we watch a lot of sports, but we're really glad that we've come up with this Trader TV Live. And there's been a couple nice comments on the chat, like some people saying, I'm not even a trader and I love this show. And that's the idea, really, is to entertain you guys and educate you. Like, I used to do this with all of our Day Trade the World offices, and then we said, you know what, let's bring this to the masses, and we sure as hell happy that we've done it. XPEV, let's go. Today's day just is going nuts, man. My wife, I'm coming home and I'm bringing a bottle of something. Let's go, Brendan.
Let's do a SPAC of the day. Why not? QuantumScape, QS, QuantumScape. Yeah, it's a software company apparently. First day trading under its new symbol, which is QS. So the SPAC merger completion as of today on this one. QS, if you were wondering what on earth is the deal with QS, up 60% today. This thing's done 13 million shares on the day as well, so very tradable. Started way down here at 25. We're at $39 for QS, guys.
Yeah, Sean's killing it over there with XPEV. It wasn't on my radar, and great for Sean for picking that up because I did not see that one at all. Tesla is what I'm looking at here. Tesla, it seems like all the EVs moving together there. So if we can get through 590, remember, I was looking for some longs if we can get above, settle in here in front of 590, 589 I think it was actually, 589, that's what I'm looking at. If we can actually settle in above and find a long, that's what I was looking for towards the 600. But if it breaks 589, I'm open to the short. Let's get it below 589, settle in, and then I'll take a short with the stop at 595. That's the read. There's two reads with one level, 590, so I can get in front of it or get shorted if it breaks. That's what I'm looking at now. I can't jump on board. Some of these trades, once they're gone, right? XPEV, Sean's already in, it's gone. There's no way I can actually find a way in. Some of these trades, unfortunately, when they move and you're not in it, it's very hard to, at least the way I trade anyways. If you're scalping, it's a different game. But the way I trade, at least, if it's gone, it's gone. So I just got to sit here and watch it go $1.50 from that break of 64 even. So someone's going to make money. Someone's going to be sitting on their thumbs or sitting on their hands here. But I'm just going to wait this one out on Facebook here and keep an eye on Tesla as it gets closer and closer to that 589.
Oh man, yeah, we got to. It's Merch Friday. Pick up your shirts today. The show is completely free, so you can support us by that. But look at this trade on mRNA. It actually goes to 120, and I was reading some love here on the chat. Some of you guys crushed it there. Yeah, we'll go to 3K. Let's get 3K likes. If you're watching the show, just please hit the like. See if we can have a record day here on a shortened day in the market. Look at this move. Wow, Moderna right back. Really happy with where we took that out. XPEV right now 62.20. it goes 62.30. It goes down to. We're short 64.75 on that trade. My thesis behind this was, first of all, guys, just that 65 was a key level. I saw that it was weak today. We hit it long off the open. This is a monster trade, don't get me wrong. We've now made more money on this short, but we just, this is 2 minutes. We took down a couple, I don't want to say hundreds, thousands, doesn't matter, dollars there on that trade. And then we held 10% back for a flat. And then we short on this, and that comes all the way down. And guys, I was just using 65 as a spot. Okay, we're into Palantir. I'll address some of the stuff in a minute. We are into Palantir off a day's low break. I like the 50. We didn't wait for the ultimate day's low, but we are back into Palantir right now. I'm going to give this to 30. 50 cent move here. We're going to give it 50 cent to the downside. You know that I'm a Palantir bull, to say the least, man. We're long at 950 on this stock, right? Averaged in at 1010 and averaged in at 956. Average price 977 on Palantir. We got out some today, but now we're going to go short. Watch out for a 22 break. We're short right here at 29.36. Nice little thank you so much. Hype boy, big one. mRNA, probably using L technology for mRNA vaccine. I don't know. We'll see about that one, but thank you so much. That's why you want us to hype the stock. Thank you for the $50. We don't really do that on the show, but thank you so much to promote our show as well to the downside. And there goes XPEV. We're breaking new lows now, and your boys got this. I'm going to hit the bear. Well, first, we're going to hit the Superman, and then we're going to hit the bear because we turned bearish on XPEV today. We turned bearish last week on it. We have puts on XPEV as well. And look at this. Palantir instantly 20 cents in the money. Banger today. Some cowbells here for you guys. Big time win. There goes Palantir. Let's go. We're cashing in on the shorts again. Holla. Let's keep it going, Arun.
Yeah. So PLTR, you can see the exit on that at 30.50. And here we are. This is the flush I was looking for. And
Boom.
Yeah. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so I don't have to stare at this as it keeps going on. So Tesla, here we go. Tesla 589. That's the look I'm looking. That's a trade I'm looking for here. If we can actually get underneath and settle in, then I'm looking for the short with 595 as a stop. So that is a trade. If it bounces back above 590 before we can actually get some more selling on, then maybe you know what? It's just a run down before we actually run back up. So I'm looking for this thing to settle in. I actually want to try and take a short here. It looks like the EV space is going down together. So if we are going to settle, if we are going to start moving, XPEV is one of them. So if we actually can settle in and continue the selling, then we have a real chance. And of course, as I glance over, PLTR breaking that 29, instant 40 cent drop. So I know Sean's killing it over there. What's up, Sean?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, I don't know what else to say today. I know I apologize if you guys are tired of the energy and the enthusiasm on some of these trades, but $3 in the money goes XPEV. Boom, we're going to hit that. Car crash if you're long on XPEV. We are not. We are hella short. Kablamo. Okay, that's one there as well. And look at Palantir, guys. We are back in the building. What's up to my daughter? Thank you so much. Palantir! This is tanking right here. What a move on Palantir. We have this one. Boom, another $1 in the money on Palantir. 29, that tanks to 27. Ting, 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 ting. We are falling apart on Palantir, guys. We took some out on our own account today, 33. This stock is falling apart like we said it probably would. Did not expect this kind of a move. It's amazing that we think this is falling apart down 3%. But look at XPEV. You want to talk about falling apart? We have back-to-back. This is a $4 winner on XPEV right now. Arun, my friend, the luck and force is strong with you.
Yeah.
What's up, Brendan?
So we mentioned the Citron thing a little bit earlier when it comes to Palantir, guys. A lot of other analysts now starting to jump on that train as well. The Business Insider quoting the report now, calling it no longer a stock, but a full casino when it comes to Palantir, guys.
Okay. I don't even want to talk about the stock. Let's just move on, because as I watch this, I'm like, really? This is the second time today it's been a situation like this. FCell was the first one where I got out with 2 cents from the low as it bounced past 10. And now Palantir, I get out, I think it was about 15 cents from the high of the bounce before we fell and did exactly what I was looking forward to. Back to Tesla. Let's just focus on Tesla and let this other stuff go by. Tesla, it did not settle in below 589. It looks like this is the area that I was looking for some action. It does not do what I want it to do, so I got to find some more stocks. The other one, XPEV. Does XPEV have a chance? Yeah, if we can break 61, it looks like XPEV has a chance to actually continue on. I'm actually just pulling up the chart on another screen here. Yeah, I think if we can break through 61, 60.50 is what I'm looking at. 60.50, going back a few days here, if we can get through 60.50, I think we have a real chance to go towards 60 even. So depending on how it breaks and what the risk on this trade is going to be, that's where I'm going to be looking for the short side of the next. But if I know Sean's riding a $3 winner, I'm not in it. So I got to do something else. What am I going to do? I got to find the next trade on the stock if it sets up. And it looks like there's something there at 60.50, so I'll just mark that off. Actually, let me just mark it off now.
No better talk, Arun. That's exactly what it is, man. It doesn't matter what stocks I have, what stocks Arun have, what stocks your friends have. You know, trade your book, trade what you have. And I actually, Arun, right as you mentioned that right there, we actually got out of XPeng. It does come up, it touches 61 there. We give back the dollar. So, I mean, this was a 65 short. We just covered it at 62. So good win, actually 62.23. Again, just because of the liquidity, it breaks through 62.25. We get out a good little price there. So we're super, super happy about that one. And check out what happened on Palantir. This is why you got to be a robot. You might have seen the way I was trading there. It's not robot, sorry, but when you're trading, you got to be like that. When something happens, you got to hit the keys and you got to get out. Like, look at this out right there on Palantir. 28.20 we got out at some. We have that 10% left now. Out. This is a double out at 29. I don't know if I can I zoom in? You can see this. Yeah, you kind of see. How does that look on the screen? Yeah, you can kind of see two arrows. So that's double arrows out there. Then we get out again at 28.50. Again, on the 28.50 break, we wait at 50, and then we wait again down here. We were letting this one drop. I had no idea how far this was going. This was literally bid and enter and out of Palantir. So now we hold a little bit left on this one, but what a great short that was, man. We changed up the shorts. Look what we did, guys. We went short here. The only last couple trades since 10 o'clock has been short and short there. So we were just waiting for time to bust through here on Palantir, and time is on our side on that one. So good little trade there. I love what Arun was talking about on Tesla earlier, not wanting the 600 break. If you don't want the 600 break, though, we should have shorted, and both of us should. I mean, really, all of us should be short here, to be honest with you, at 98, 97, something like that. Because look at the downward move here. That's $10 down. And just to talk about risk versus reward, like if you take a short here at 98, 99. You know, you're going to get out if it breaks 600. Even if with slippage, you're out at 601, 601.50, let's call it that. I think you can cross up a buck and get out for sure on your limit orders. Anyways, that's about a $2 or $3 worth of risk there, and what you have is a $10 upside. So congratulations to anybody that ran that trade.
Yeah, you know, just a quick update on Facebook. I actually cut this trade. It cost me about 16 cents or so. I don't like it. This should not be happening. If there's true selling, like I was expecting with this 278 in play, then we should have actually continued on down. That means there's some buying down at 277.50. So I'm going to walk away with the 17-cent hit and kind of move on to the next trade. Before we go to Brendan, I do want to say one thing though. Tesla, that area that I'm looking at, I think there's just enough for me to take a shot here. 592.15 is where I'm long. The low is 580. Well, the stop that I'm using is 589. Even if we get underneath, then I'm out. But again, this is a trade. It's going to be making me money, or I'm going to lose that $3 and change. But I'm not getting out of this position until we get through that 600. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I mentioned this one early on this morning, guys. Another one from the vaccine group. Inovio Pharmaceuticals here. New day high just made there on a volume spike. Remember, we were talking about this down around 1110, 1120. We're up to 1160 now for INO.
All right, let's go back to Tesla real quick. How in this situation, you know, as it's kind of flirting, yeah, it's $1 in the money, it's 75 cents in the money. It's a super thin stock. You know how Tesla goes. This thing can go very quickly. It went down from 595 all the way down to 586 or so, 587 very quickly. So it can do the exact opposite, and that's what I'm banking on the upside. Of course, we see that selling here. This is a 15-minute chart. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Let me pull that back. There we go. So you see this, there's a ton of action here in the 597 area. Obviously, this is in protection in front of the 600. I'm looking forward to getting all of this blown up. That's what I'm willing to put up on risk. In this type of situation, when you get into a position where you know you're trying to get ahead of the game here, you know the 600 break is going to be aggressive and fast. So if I can get a low risk entry and I'm already looking at that area for possibility, then there's no point in kind of cashing out in front unless I'm forced to. The only way I would be forced to if there was a situation like, say, Facebook, where it kind of just did this. It's supposed to go in one direction, but it keeps flirting. That means buyers are coming in below the area that you were looking to go short on. So in this situation, I got out. In this situation with Tesla, I'm looking for this area to hold well. If 597 forces me out, it is 11:30. We've got about an hour and a half left before the close. I'm going to be forced out of my short or long at a loss, or I'm going to be forced out because the 600 couldn't go. But I'm not going to get out either way until one of those happens. What's up, Brendan? Oh, no, Brendan doesn't have anything.
No, the NASDAQ here, Arun, tanking for some reason. So we're going to watch some of these trades. We still have Palantir. Still a nice little victory for us on Palantir, in the money, 85 cents. We did get out at the bottom there a little bit. We only have 20 minutes to go. Thank you so much. Today's been a fantastic day. Thank you for the love and the support. Palantir now cracking even lower, guys. $1 now, Arun, in the money on this one. I know you did have that trade, but we did dump it. I mean, we all had this trade short earlier as well. 31, 32, 33. Good outs early, good shorts up here, 31, 32, off of some VWAP, and then another break on the downside here as Palantir just continues to make us a little bit of cash here on the short side. We're looking to look for more trades though, guys. Apple trying to make it downside there, and I'm just trying to play off some of this NASDAQ weakness. Come on, Apple, load up here. NASDAQ fading back a little bit, and I know Arun, you're a futures guy here. I don't think any of these levels are anything worthy. Is this possibly something here? I don't know if you have any futures trades on right now, but the NASDAQ looks like it's made this top here between 12,310 and now 12,275. Is this something upside now that we maybe should short the market? Or is this one of those things where we're on a short day, there's only an hour and a half left, we might just get a little bit of a chop session here in the last bit of trade?
Well, you know, the NASDAQ market is very thin, right? It's much thinner than the ES, obviously. So it moves much faster, especially with these tech names being the big movers with, let's say, Tesla. Not really, but like Facebook. Well, I'm in a trade, or I was in a trade on Facebook. Facebook, Apple, and Netflix, all the big tech names, they're huge. So if they decide to go in one direction, the market's going to go with it. You can see that as we approach that 12,300 mark, that we started to slow down a little bit. So I think getting below 80, you have the ability to take a short because there's no support. This is a 15-minute chart, by the way. If you really zoom in on it, where's the last time we really hesitated? Back here before we continued on? Back here is at 12,250 area. So as we approach the 12,300 and we back off, then why not take a shot at the short? Now, my whole thing with the NASDAQ is I find it a little bit harder to read because for me, it's not just the charts. I also look at the flow, the order flow. So the NASDAQ market, because it's so thin, it's harder to just base trades off the entire chart only. So I stay away from trading this. I used to trade it, and once I realized that I was much better at trading the ES because I can actually read the flow versus the NASDAQ market where there's just gapping everywhere. You see how thin it is, right? In terms of futures markets, it's pretty thin. So I have a hard time with this, but based on the chart, it looks like the 12,280 break gives you an opportunity to go down to 12,250 with 12,310 as a stop. But again, this is not exactly what I trade on my time. So for me, the ES market is where I understand where I look at levels. I know there's certain areas that I want to play with, and then I'll put my risk there. So I kind of narrowed in on the one market that I actually want to trade because I have a much better chance of reading it properly than say the NASDAQ, which is it's almost like trading Palantir or Tesla because it moves so quickly. So for me, it looks like based on the chart, 12,280 looks like a potential short option with 12,310 as a stop. But that's all I've got for now. And of course, we are just still waiting on Tesla in front of that 590 here. I've got 591.15 as a long. We're just waiting to see how this one plays out towards the end of the day.
Yeah, same thing here. I think that's very prudent of us to do. Wait to see what the end of the day does bring. I do see some talk here on the chat, so we can go over some Palantir. I know it's a stock that you guys are all looking at anyways today, especially given the recent moves on PLTR. Look, someone said this stock could go back to 24. Like, you know, you're going to say these things based on, I guess, Friday, or sorry, I keep thinking that today's not Friday.
Today's Friday.
Today is Friday. Look at the moves that Palantir's had. If we could drop this down, let's call it a 10-minute chart. You're going to see the moves here on the weekend. Yesterday, obviously, come through. Oh, get off this. This is Palantir. It's a brand new stock, so I got to zoom in a little bit here for you guys. This is, get off this ellipse. Oh my God. Here we go. These are the bottoms. Like this was just back on Wednesday, guys. We were already down here. Wednesday, we opened up down here. This is the 25th. Down here, guys, $23. It's just an explosion up today on some news over the weekend. Some new deals, some big buyers coming in. We knew this stock was possibly going to get blown out, and today that's what it does, man. It goes high side there. You're only down 5%, so everyone just relax. If you're caught up here, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like it did go parabolic up there, but you know, look at it fading back down. Like, I'm in the money now, $2. I'm short 29, 54, 44. Right now, that's a $2 in the money. We do have this spot right here at 27.30. I think, honestly, this is going to sound crazy. My bid's down here, man, $26. So if we could take this kind of a win on Palantir, then hells to the yeah. We'll be happy leaving that with the show, but only 20 minutes to go. I'm putting my bid right now at 26 and change, guys. Let's see if Palantir can give us this $3 win. Morning wrap with the big guy.
Valeria needs another graphic, Robbie. We'll get on the 2,500 likes graphic. Let's have a look at North American markets, guys. We'll take a look as we head towards 12 o'clock. Remember, 1 p.m. markets are closing. So still nicely higher here right across the board. 0.3% for the S&P. The Dow, 0.1%. NASDAQ still leading. Yeah, full percent still for the composite and the 100 in positive territory. Everything else kind of muted. You can see down in Brazil, they're up a full percent as well. For Friday, top stocks symbols. I'll get through it, don't worry. For today, from the show, Palantir, Moderna, NEO, XPEV. This one, Palantir, has been top of the board for the past 3 days in a row. I have not had to change that at all. Per share P&L on the far side there. We'll have a look at Moderna here. You guys just talked about Palantir. Big move, both higher and lower. So we had opportunity on the long side initially, right off the bat. Yeah, that's the wrong direction. Let's go back over to that. So long off the bat, but that fade off of 130 that we were talking about, that thing came in $10 on the short side for Moderna. NIO, same story. Big range today, 55.5, 52.5. Anything in between was up for grabs, really, as far as both long and short opportunities. I just threw those up because Palantir was covered in depth all morning long. But yeah, guys, 3 days in a row, Palantir top of the board as far as the show is concerned. Back to you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll try to change that, but I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to be here sitting here, Palantir may continue to be at the top of the board all day and every day. So we're going to wait to see, man. We got some bids. You guys may have thought I was joking when I said 26 and change, but that's where we're bidding, and we're cracking right now. It's only $1 away. This is a $2 win right now on Palantir, and looking pretty good, guys. I want to thank everybody today for their likes. We just hit 2,500. That's a record. We didn't think we'd get there on a short day where a lot of people we didn't think would be interested watching the show, but we are glad you guys are. Thank you so much. It's been a monster for us, and I did want to thank, obviously, Arun for stepping in today. It's been fantastic getting some of that knowledge dropped on all of us here today as well, and like I said, maybe you've motivated this market because it's just been such a good one. This is Bitcoin bouncing around. I want to talk about that. I've just been a lot of shorts here. That's the purple today on Bitcoin. The other trade I want to talk about quickly, Moderna, that's what it was. We did go short there at 127. Almost a perfect out as we turned bullish on that stock, but you know, that's where we look at scalping. It breaks through VWAP. If you would have had the ultimate bottom there, thank you, Brendan, for bringing that up. That was $10 from when we initially started talking about that. Bye-bye, Palantir. It's going to break 27 in a minute as this one continues to go down. We've talked about Palantir and why we like that backside of 26. It was down here where we opened just a couple days ago and bounced a little bit. That's 25.30. I don't want to get too greedy. Let's see if we get this out at 26 for, it's already $2.50 in the money and still making moves to the downside. There goes Palantir. I'm going to get this, man. My bids are at 26.20, so let's see if we got this. This is $3 now in the money. Palantir, let's go.
Yeah, Palantir. Okay. We're going to move on to Tesla. That's the only position I had. I took a shot here. Remember, I said if I can get that long in front of that area, then I want to step in. Yeah, it was good for a bit. It was decent. It was decent looking for a bit, but it looks like the market's being dragged down here. I'm seeing everything on my screen. It looks like Facebook came off that 278, so now that's back in play. That was a great read that kind of I gave up on there. And it looks like PLTR is just continuing its move down. I'm looking over at the futures market. The ES futures is not doing anything. NASDAQ futures here, this one, when we talked about it last, it was at 12,280, and now it's at 12,270. So it's only moved down 10 points. So the market is moving down fast in all the stocks we're looking at, but at the same time, the futures market is not moving that quickly at all. So there seems to be a disconnect whether this is kind of the selling before the close, even though it's still an hour and change left, whether that's the case or not, but they're selling across the board in a lot of the stocks that have been hot.
Oh my God.
Today. What's up, Sean?
I can't say it because you're going to get pissed off. Palantir, it's going to break to the bottom here, $3 Arun. We're going to take this out. I actually didn't even believe myself that this was coming down to 26 and change. I'm on the bid. I'm going to get filled right now for a $3.50 winner. Let's go. Did I just jinx myself? We're in the bid here. Low 26s. It might have just stopped. It's okay. I mean, we've just been crushing this stock. Let's see if it goes to the bottom side there on that one. Our other short that we had, Arun, was XPEV. So we did have that one as well, short, and we just took that out at 62 and still making moves going to the downside. We could get this Palantir. It's getting very, very close. Why am I really too worried? We're in the money $3. I could just take this out now and not worry about these 2620s that I have, but I really do think we're going to get it right now on this push to the downside. Where comes 2620, man? Here it comes. I'm watching this. Let's give this to us. If we can get this, this would be a monster trade. Needless to say, it's coming. It's coming. I'm at 2621. I don't know why we picked that. Boom! There it is. There's the big winner. Air Horde. We hit it. We're wiping the stocks clean today. Big time trade right there. And Arun, most of us had this short up here. We retook this at 29.20. What an out that was, 26.20 there to finish the trade. That's a $3 winner on Palantir. I hope you guys had that.
Yeah, you know, let's go back to Palantir. As much as I hate looking at the stock because of the fact how I managed it, let's just look at what we can possibly do. And a lot of times you're going to have trades that do this, right? You kind of get out too early or whatever the case is. You know, some trades where I manage properly, like DKNG, I'm not bothered by like the way I got out. Yes, I got out at 52.20 and went all the way to $53. That one doesn't bother me just because it was managed properly, exactly the way I wanted. PLTR, let's just kind of go through this analyze this actually. So we'll do this. We'll go to Brendan first, and we'll come back and analyze this.
Just real quick, guys, we were talking about this one earlier, so I wanted to mention, just popped up on a volume scanner again. SOL still downside. Tried to break that 720 area. That was resistance on the way up. It looks like it's holding for SOL, guys.
Okay, so we'll go back and look at PLTR, right? Initially, when we were long off that 32 break, it went straight to what, 33? And we're looking at, well, not straight to 33, but then on the 5-minute chart, it looked like the 32.50 was hesitating. So you see, when I got long, I got out a little bit here. And once they settled back in about below 32.50, get it all out. Because that 32.50 becomes a problem. Fine. Go back into the 15-minute chart. That gets me out of my long. And then now we broke the 31, which was the low from 9 o'clock. That confirms that area that was a problem earlier. So that short comes into play now, 31 even with the 33.50 stop. Now, initially when we ran down, I was doing risk reward ratio. First target was 29.50. I'm risking, well, it's not exactly, well, it's not even close. I'm risking about $2.50 and I made about $1.50. The reason for that is sometimes you have to take what the market gives you. Yes, you want 1-to-1, but at the same time, I was going to be stretching it if I was looking for 29 even as the first target. So I was okay. Yes, I risked more. I was risking about 2.5 and I got about 1.5 on the reward side. Okay. At that point, given what happened earlier, 32.50 being the level that was selling off a ton, you can see the action there at 32.50. So when it breaks down and comes back into that area, the first bounce, I was perfectly fine with it. But once we got below or close to 29.50 and kept bouncing, remember, I was looking for that overhead selling to keep that pressure going. And once it looked like the selling was done, I was out. Looking back at this now, I shouldn't have been looking at the 5-minute chart because the setup was on a much longer term chart. On a breakout trade, you can do this because there's no resistance to the move. A trade could be, I can't remember some of these trades that we took earlier, but on a breakout trade, there's nothing to the left, nothing that's going to stop the stock from continuing on. But on a trade like this, where you're kind of going back into the action from earlier, when it breaks down, you have to let it breathe a little bit. And I think leaving that stop at 32 would have confirmed this for me. Of course, looking back at it, like next time, that's what I'm going to do. But when the trade's going on, you do have to let it breathe. And I think that's the mistake that I made. I didn't let the trade breathe because I moved the stop down from 33.50 to 32, but then I just got out without letting the trade breathe a little bit. And unfortunately, this is what ends up happening. So, for everyone, that's a learning lesson. Just understand that once you get in, you do have to let it breathe a little bit. So while I'm breathing, what's up, Sean?
Yeah, I don't breathe too often on the show either, my friend, and thank you so much for stepping in today. It's been a fantastic day, the chat, everything. It's been a great day, our record likes, record everything. Look at this Palantir out. Like, again, I always wondered, like when I looked online and I saw other people and I saw other traders, I said, you know what? They just put these marks on the chart. There's no way they actually get these bottoms. You guys saw me trade out of this. I mean, just rewind it if you want to 11:47. You'll see me take these trades. Like all of these trades. That's the benefit of us doing this on YouTube and for free. You guys could go back. Like I took all of these trades. Some of these even like this short on Palantir went against me. I averaged into this trade, and then on this trade too. Like you're watching these trades go through, and I just hope that you're enjoying the show and having a good time. Arun, that Tesla was a monster short. You called this one off of that 600 and said that there was going to be a little bit of a problem up there. Congratulations. Anybody short that name? XPEV, we were short up here, 65s, guys. Beautiful cover down here as well. That was a monster trade. AMD, we babied this one, but we take this one long, take it out. That's... this is 80s out, so that's 20 cents, nothing there. And then we take another 20 cents, that's 50 cents. So that one, a nice little trade before now making moves to the downside. Everything else today, Moderna. Again, this trade goes against me. We take that and we take the out right there. It goes even further, but there's another trade for us. And then Palantir, the story is what it is. NEO today, look at these shorts, short, build this against ourselves before covering that. But I didn't even realize how good that trade, NEO, was. So we're going to do a chicken dinner winner there. I hope everybody enjoys their turkey dinner. The best part about Thanksgiving, honestly, leftovers, I think. You can make some, I mean, not the best part. The best part is family, but it's nice that you can get, and this year kind of sucked. What am I doing here? I'm leaning into all this negative stuff, but it's leftovers and it's family, and I hope everyone enjoys it. We didn't even realize how good data was there on NEO. It kind of bounces off that again. Happy Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving belated to everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Watch some of those NFL games, college basketball back. And boy, oh boy, our DraftKings continues to run up. I took some off the table at 48. Nice to see where DraftKings is today off of that long recommendation. We'll look at JP Morgan, which we also put a buy on. Wow, 52.25. Brendan, only 5 minutes left, bud.
There aren't many, guys, when it comes to earnings next week, but I wanted to definitely mention this one. Zoom, guys, the big one on Monday, Zoom. ZM reporting on Monday, so 3% move today. Heading into the weekend for Zoom back to the upside, but we'll definitely be watching that one.
All right, guys, just a quick look on the futures here. When we last talked, first time this was brought up, 12,280, that break with the 12,310, that was a potential short with that stop, that 30-point risk. 12,250 was the first target. I was like, yeah, maybe we can get there. Yeah, no, we got there. We got through there too. So clearly the market is starting to slide off with the close being an hour and change away. So it seems a little early for this kind of a move, but you know what? This is what could potentially happen near the close on a day where it's concentrated, where everything has to be done by a certain time. Instead of 4 p.m., it's 1 o'clock now. So all the moves happen that much earlier. So if you're waiting to take lunch, I would just wait this one out. Just push your lunch till after the market closes, because there's a lot moving on. That Facebook that we had, yeah, it's gone now. It's gone to 277. That's starting to do what it's meant to do, really. So Facebook, Tesla was sliding a little bit. Netflix, all the tech names, if they start sliding in one direction, you know this NASDAQ market is coming down with it. Futures market, the ES futures, yeah, we just came off 6 points. Not a big deal, but it is a quiet day today, so maybe 6 points is a big deal. Let's just go quickly to the ES market here while I figure out what I want to do with this one here. I am looking towards 25 as the first look here, down here. Let's just move this out, zoom this in. So 25 is where I'm looking to catch some longs here. Remember, 55 is the top end, 15 is the bottom. Anything below 30 going down to 25, that's where I'm looking initially, because I want to put up 10 points in risk coming on down. It is moving fast now. It seems like everything is accelerating here, especially with Facebook going. So it could be Facebook and the big tech names that are starting to move this market, as this market actually is starting to move faster and faster as we get closer and closer to the close.
One last thing we're going to do, guys, today as we get ready. We haven't done this in a bit, but it's going to be fruit salad time as we go. And today's fruit salad brought to you by everyone's favorite grape, maybe not, green grapes. Today's fruit salad brought to you by, hey Valeria, how's it going? Cantaloupe as well in there, so that's good. Fruit salad, stay healthy with the fruit, stay hydrated with the water. I think I'm starting to get another headache again because I think we've been talking a lot today, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. So it's been a great show. It's been a perfect show for me and for Arun. We've been doing great today together. I also do think that DraftKings, good look on that one. Arun, I know you had that for a nice winner. This is pulling back rate to VWAP. Be very, very careful. Just a couple seconds ago, I know I threw it to Arun and asked for some opinion on the shorts. Here, I hope you went short, man. When that broke, look at that call there on the NASDAQ. So we also making some futures calls as well. Look at our Palantir. I just said, believe it or not, that was the out down there. I still can't believe that we were able to get out basically at the very bottom there of Palantir. So we'll do that. There's the money thing. We found it. You guys asked for, you wanted to spin around. Larry, your hair is fine. Spin there on Palantir as we go. And now back to the upside, man. I would say buy this thing on dips, but I am also wondering, and I'll call up the daily chart here for you. I'm wondering if we kind of, and I don't want to scare anybody, and you know the calls sometimes are wrong as well, but we could retest this 19 area, kind of where it started, this big runoff. But I don't think that happens, but just be careful that it could. What up, V?
Hey Sean, what a beautiful day. Trading family, thank you very much for getting us 2,500 of likes, for all the super chat. Welcome all the new members and new subscribers. We simply love you. Guys, we will see you on Monday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a wonderful weekend and happy Black Friday day.
Yeah, it's Black Friday, and that's kind of what that's not what it's going to look like in malls now, because it's not going to be too blurry, right? There's not too many people running around, at least here. I don't know what the rest of the world has to do right now with lockdown, but here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, malls are not open. They're only open for curbside, but obviously online. Black Friday rules the day. There's also Cyber Monday. Is that this month? Is it called Black Friday then Cyber Monday?
Yeah.
I think it does. So get ready, guys. Arun's going to be looking for that sweet TV, and we'll see what's going on. But there goes Palantir back to the upside. Other than a TV, anything else? Arun, I know you have that hookup on the PS5s. I can't pay off-market prices. I actually just fixed the PS4. So I got that for the kid. We just got some NHL hockey. He's loving that as well. So we'll be playing some video games this weekend. You got any plans, my friend?
Yeah, you know, this weekend, I don't think I have any plans just yet, but I am looking for that TV. That TV is definitely going to be something I'm going to be looking forward to as my wife gets her iPhone. Also,
Exactly.
you got hockey. I've got the FIFA out. Now I just got the most recent FIFA game for my PS4 as well. So that's going to be something I'll be playing as my wife plays with her phone.
You keep bringing that up, eh?
Keep her. I honestly, it's crazy to me that I just find that everyone that's caught up in the Apple ecosystem absolutely refuses to try anything else, and it's just crazy to me because she's always complaining about how the battery is dying and this and that, and I'm like, why don't you get a different phone? Nope, she will not give it up, even though it keeps giving her more and more trouble. But here she is onto her next phone, so she's entertained. I'm gonna be playing my FIFA. Hopefully I'm on a new TV if I can find one. Cyber Monday, Black Friday, that's turned into, with COVID now, it's turned into a whole thing. It's not even just a one-day shopping event. Now it's like Black Friday week or Black. Yeah, it's like a week-long thing. You know, these retailers are trying to push this thing as long as they can, try to get those sales up. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, whatever the case is. Cybertruck, whatever. Dude, shop whatever you want, but a lot of it's going to be done online. Stay safe. That's all I can really say. You want to close this out there, Sean?
Sure, we'll close this thing up. It's 12 o'clock. We don't have any earnings. Is that correct, Brendan?
I just said, yeah, it's just Zoom.
Yeah, just Zoom. Okay, so we talked about that. Guys, it's been an absolutely fantastic show. It's 12 noon. I did want to do one more coming up here before we go, just so you guys can remember. Join us. We're going to be back here, back in effect on 8:30 Monday. So join us here. Same show. What do they say on Batman? Same bat time, or same bat show, different bat time? I don't know, something like that. We're going to go with Batman there, and we're going to be in the building at 8:30. So thank you so much to everybody. It's been such a fantastic day. I want to give a big thank you. There, we'll take that off. We're going to give a big thank you down the line here. Valeria, thank you so much for helping us get to that. Let's do one last check, though. I know we're going a little bit over time. Can we get a likes check from Miss V quickly if the camera is ready? Valeria, how many are we at right now?
Well, I guess it's our record as we have 2,600 of likes, guys. Thank you so much.
Good job there, Superman flying over Valeria. That's all because of you guys, man. I can only hit the like once. So that's that. Thank you so much, Arun. You've been amazing today. Thank you for filling in. We'll see you more and more on the show, I'm sure of that. And Mr. Wickens, thank you for the great job on the desk. That's been great. And a big thank you, a big shout out, and happy holiday to the two guys that make the show happen, no matter what, is Lucas and Rob. They're here, 2.7K likes. Thank you so much. Let's do this, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Let's keep this show going. Support Day Trade the World. Support Trader TV Live. I'm Sean Katina. We're back Monday at 8:30. Let's go. Yay, 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 yay.